You're listening to Hair of the Dogcast, a proud part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Check out Hair of the Dogcast and all of Greenlit shows at greenlitpodcast.com. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 78 of Hair of the Dogcast, your podcast about beer and video games and beer. My name is Tom Wagner. It is great to be here with you tonight, but still, my fucking heart, everybody is here.
When was the last time this happened?
I was wondering that myself, and I'm not sure. It was,
2.5 months?
Maybe 2.5 months. That sounds about right.
I think 2.5, yeah.
Yeah, we've all been doing our various things.
I've been working a lot.
You have been.
I've actually been gaming a lot, which is something that you don't always do, but I've been gaming a lot.
It's a good time of year to do that. I think.
Middle of summer, perfect weather.
Perfect weather to sit
summer,
inside with the cats, just be one with the felines.
You don't want to go out to all the bars. Mm-hmm. Just one bar.
Just one.
Just one.
He winged, folks.
And that's our friend Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Thanks for being here today.
My name is Dennis Caleb McCoy.
Yes. Josh? Is that
Hi,
your name?
Tom. I'm Josh McCoy.
The Troubadour?
Trubalicious.
I like the trub.
Yeah.
The trub.
Where have you been, man? What the hell?
Josh, the man from
I was
Troubadour.
dying with the same thing you had. I had coronavirus 19.
Oh, we got bit by the COVID fairy.
Yeah,
Frenzies.
it was horrible.
Well, you shouldn't have kissed Tom after you found out he had it.
Well, I thought he had it like
We're
a
very
while
progressive.
ago,
Your greetings are fucked up.
I'm sorry. We're from the
Okay.
same town.
I guess I understand.
Are you doing all right now? What happened?
I'm still bouncing back. I'm a little fatigued. Lost 15 pounds.
Not contagious, though.
Yeah.
No, it's
You
been
passed
a
all
while
CDC
now.
regulations, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they officially released me into the public, and here I am, folks.
All right.
And
To give the kids the
Yeah.
corona.
There's a sound of Stone
Spread
Cold
my-
Steve Austin's glass breaking when you walk out the
oh
door.
yeah, oh hell yeah. I mean, yeah, always.
Well, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be feeling way better.
I bet. And
Yeah.
get out of the house.
Well, they said there's like an acceptable level of sickness, but when you're so sick you can't even play video games, I refuse.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
2 days after I was getting close to recovery, I actually was like blurred vision.
Really?
That fever messed with my head like so bad.
Yeah. You
I was
got hit
dizzy.
pretty.
Yeah, I think
I
out
had
of
it pretty
all my
mild, but you
friends
got
I
it.
know that got it, I think I probably got it the worst.
Jesus.
And I wish everybody who thinks it's fake, I hope they get what I had.
Yeah.
No, we don't want anyone to get it.
No, and we don't want to
fucking
make
real.
light of it either because
We
it
weren't
is
bad people.
Oh,
it's a
sucks.
real thing, and
Yeah. I get frustrated because being where I work, I hear political banter BS all the time.
Yeah.
It's not a political
And-
issue.
No.
It's unfortunate
Well,
that
they make it one, but
most of the people that do go out to the bars these days are usually the people that, maybe might not think it's
Right.
a real thing, which kind of
Maybe out in out there, but I think
out there, yeah.
Downtown Milwaukee, I think people are pretty good about it. I think 95% of people are like, I'm going to wear my mask. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's when they start drinking a little bit and it's Saturday evening
Right.
that
Sir,
people aren't giving a fuck.
Sir, you
They
got to
start
put in your
licking
mask.
each other, kissing
Overpouring
each other.
from Brady Street.
All right, this has been your COVID cast.
Hey, this is
2020.
what it is nowadays, guys.
It is. But we got the antibodies now, baby.
Antibody.
Yeah, just wish you'd have to go through that.
Yeah.
Do we know who Dylan is yet?
I don't know. Dylan, do you know who you are yet?
Yeah, I'm here, most reliable member of the podcast, apparently.
You are.
And here I am going.
You were on the last
God,
Dogcast.
I was
Save
on.
the best for last.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you were. Remember that?
was just me,
It was
man.
amazing.
It was just me, you, and
The
you, Kate,
ladies.
and Allie.
Our awesome executive
That was
producers.
fantastic. Yes, absolutely.
Tell us the story, Dylan. How are you doing?
I'm still unemployed, trying to come up with my own business because I can't work for the man no more.
Okay. Do we need people to write in and give you business ideas?
No, I've got one planned out. I've got a little bit of capital for it.
You going to do
so
a
I think I'm
Persona
ready to
cover
go.
band on the accordion?
I'll be part
I-
of that fucking band.
I know a bit of The Last Surprise. But no, yeah, I'm happy to be here today.
Good.
I haven't drank for like a week, so
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's about to change.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. This episode of Hair of the Dogcast is brought to you by executive producers Tyler Keller, Brian Ward, Mark Nino, Kate Conti, and welcoming the lovely Allison Smith to the fold
Hooray.
of executive producers. Yay! Thanks, Allison. She was great on the last podcast. So
She's fantastic. Glad
as
to
long
have
as she
her.
keeps that executive producer money coming in, she can come in anytime she wants.
Kate as well. I liked her.
We love you, Kate.
Questions. They were very.
Those
probing.
were very good. It was fun to edit those
She's
out.
been our longest fan.
She really has been. And also, we appreciate the support from our most fantabulous and super interesting listeners, such as you. To find out how you too can support all the fun stuff we do here at Hair of the Dogcast, check out patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. We have tiers starting at only $1. And to all of our existing supporters, who loves you, baby?
We should have one that's called Tier Automata. Tiers.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mental
That's
notes.
really good.
Yeah.
And if you're just here to listen, we love you too. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'd love you even more if you maybe told your friends about us.
I don't love you. I don't know you well enough. I might get to like you.
Maybe. Well, that's just Brad, but I'm saying I will. I love you.
Contact
love
me on
you.
the astral plane, baby. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Crossroads.
It's the only way to find me.
Leave a nice review on the iTunes for us.
That's the only thing
we'll
Dylan
read
does
it.
read.
We will read it.
Yeah.
And so will everybody because everyone
Yeah.
wants to listen to the Dogcast these days.
Some big news stories.
We do have some news stories, but before we get too far in, I just want to get real for just a beat, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Can you guys get real for me?
Okay.
Look, I know it's been really tough out there. The world seems to constantly be on fire, both literally and figuratively, and everyone's just trying to get by the best that they can. Even though it's so easy to get wrapped up in all the messed up goings on in the world, I think it's good that we also call out the positive things that happened in the world.
Madden 21.
Almost. I don't know if you guys are aware of the very momentous, significant, very almost world-changing event that occurred very recently.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted 3?
I'm talking of the pure joy of Bill and Ted 3, Face the Music.
Pure joy.
Pure joy.
There was no
You guys seen it?
There's no negativity in that film. It is just everyone gets along, everyone's happy. Even like the villain winds up being my favorite character.
Who does?
The Dennis.
The robot?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Oh, no spoilers. Yeah, do you guys check it out yet? Or
No.
no?
Saw it last night.
Okay. And your thoughts, Josh?
It happened.
Okay.
I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was bad. Yeah.
What's wrong with
I'll
you?
never see it again.
It's just COVID talking right now.
no.
Yeah.
It might
I
be.
don't-
You look really delirious.
Yeah, right.
It might be.
Well, I mean, hold on. I think that's a fair review. If he thought that, that's legitimate.
I chuckled a little
Dylan,
bit
nobody
a couple
asked
times.
you. In fact, you can just stop it.
I'm defending our friend Joshua.
I'm not saying.
I want you to give a review of Josh's review.
I like Bill and Ted
I'm not
movies.
saying it's a perfect movie.
No.
Alex Winter,
Well, I
though,
think it was
nails
right
his
on the line.
performance.
I think he did, yeah.
He did better than Keanu.
Keanu was
was
rough, actually, the whole time.
not the whole time. There were some moments where I'm like, he's not there.
Yeah, it's so hard to he's had the career, the movie
He has
star
shot
career
10,000 guns since the last one.
Yeah,
You can't
got
hear
John Wick.
anymore.
But I thought, given all that, I did think Keanu did a good job, and the non-binary actor who plays
Bridget Lundy Payne.
Bungie, yes,
Bungie?
Bungie. That's
She nailed it. And
She was great.
My first time watching it, I didn't love Samara Weaving's performance, but the second time watching it, I really liked her too. And I thought it was Jimi Hendrix playing with Mozart.
Yes.
They nailed the silliness of the little cameo characters. Just like watching Mozart, just hear Jimmy like,
yeah.
it's cute the way that they all interact with each other.
Yeah. I love that the dad is still alive. He
And
was
that
still in the,
Deacon is now marrying Missy.
man.
That was actually pretty great.
That was funny.
Makes my dad his own son.
Yeah. I just thought that it was both the movie that America needs and deserves during these times.
I
And
literally
it was
thought you were
nice.
going to drop I thought you were going to drop some stuff about the protests or something.
No.
No, I mean, people will be protesting Josh's review, but that's
I
fine.
don't know.
Okay.
I have yet to see it, and I'm very
Yeah.
picky about movies.
It's no Citizen Kane.
It is.
I keep hearing Tenet. What?
Tenet.
Tenet.
I haven't heard
Tent?
good things about Tenet.
I haven't
I
been
have.
hearing great things.
I heard it, but I heard it's confusing.
Yeah.
So
I've heard
whatever.
I've heard people say Nolan's finally gone off the deep end.
Up his ass.
No, just
deep
like
ass
he's gone
end?
too far into the cerebral film where
Okay.
it doesn't work for people anymore.
Right.
It's like Interstellar. You're getting out there.
That was a little tough.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean
I
that
liked
love is
Interstellar.
like the thing that makes the universe twirl?
You know.
Ooh.
They have the guy from that
That
car
sounds
commercial.
just
Matthew
really
McConaughey's
hot.
in that.
Oh,
No, it's-
flow?
it's not.
Flow.
It's literally the point of Interstellar is that who cares about laws and physics? Love makes the universe go around.
That was
That's
not
right.
my
Get outta
cocaine.
here.
Is in
Well,
trouble.
it's true.
My cocaine.
That's
We
it's
have
not.
dueling
Science.
Michael Kynes on the podcast.
Why do we fall down?
All right, did you
mostly
know
gravity.
that Hair of the Dogcast is a podcast about video games and beer and video games, and we drink the real live beer?
Real life beer, Tom.
Yes, and in the 6 months since Josh has been gone, we've kind of got away from doing the whole beer thing.
You talk
But-
about beer.
You don't drink any of these mostly anymore.
It's time to get back at it. Yeah, it's just all a timing thing.
Oh, sure.
The timing is right.
Tom's other job where he's a late night singer at
Lounge
some
act.
lounge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, why didn't you invited me to watch? That's cool.
I never think you want to go.
Of course I
You
do.
never want to go with me anywhere. I
I'm
ask
gonna
you all
go.
the time.
You
Didn't
want
we
to know
all
what?
go to-
Just for you, I'm going to show up without a mask.
What is this podcast about?
Beer and video games and video games and beer. And we're going to drink the real beer right now. Josh, you're going to tell us, if you want to, what we're drinking.
I want to tell you all about it. We got a beer from Other Half Brewing, or out of New York. They're one of the most hyped breweries right now. You ain't cool unless you got Other Half when you live on the East Coast, apparently.
I've heard that saying.
All together, it's a series that they actually started, which is really cool. It was a worldwide collaboration brewed to support hospitality professionals.
Hospitality.
So probably like 1,000 breweries made their rendition of a double IPA, and
Yep.
it's cool to support your people, right, guys?
It is a double IPA for
So
sure, too.
Other Half makes some fantastic beers.
Can I try
I've
this
had
now?
a handful, so I'm happy to snag a few of these IPAs.
It's not. There's not much bitterness to it, though.
No.
No,
It's a strange thing when you
very
get beers
balanced.
so hopped up that you actually they take
This
a
one's
completely
al-
different character.
This one's only 6.5%. So
Not a lot of body that I'm used to. Yeah.
It's very light.
you
Yep,
like
yep.
the body.
Or I'm so used to having that behind it. This is
Yeah, this is actually pretty light for a double IPA.
it almost feel
drinkable.
Oh, double dry hopped IPA.
very good. Yeah.
That's a summertime by the
So
beach.
this is a regular IPA. It's
Mm-hmm.
just double dry hop.
Wonderful.
Double dry hopped.
DDH.
Well, cheers, gentlemen.
DDH.
Cheers. Thank you for
The
sharing.
families together. Maybe
All-
it'll happen again
all
sometime.
together.
Just
I'm unemployed, so I'll just be here.
That's right.
It's fine.
Mr. Reliable. All right, would you guys like to get into some news? We got a bit of a potpourri selection.
I
This-
edited a feature
What the
film
fuck?
called Potpourri one time.
You did what?
It's on Netflix. Look up Potpourri on Netflix. I am a zombie in the movie, and I'm an editor as well as a
You're on
director.
Netflix?
I've
I'm
seen
on
it.
Netflix.
What?
I've heard
Why did
about
we wait
this
this
movie.
long to find that out? Come on.
Brad, your editing was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's where you get it from.
Hire Brad.
I don't have time. Don't you just reach
Yeah.
out and write us a review, and I'll
Hire
think
him
about
by gunpoint.
it. I will do it.
Please. Yeah. We can start with some actual breaking news that just came out right before we started recording. This is a developing story, so I don't have a lot of details. But a few weeks back, we talked about AT&T potentially selling off the Warner Brothers studio, its game studios. So, like, what is it, Rocksteady, Batman, Monolith,
Injustice,
NetherRealm, Mortal Kombat, all their studios. They were selling them off for a potential $4 billion to pay down some debt.
You should have bought that, guys.
It turns out that they are no longer selling, and they will keep the game studios under AT&T's wing.
Oh, did they realize they could make something profitable?
I don't know. Do you have any theories on why?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think the
Buckle
DC
up, kids.
fandom presentation had a lot of video games in it. First of all, it had Gotham Knights,
Yeah.
and it also had Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
Those both looked very good.
We can talk. Yeah, it was actually a news story. We can talk about those.
I disagree, but I think from a standpoint, everything in video games is becoming a games as a service, and it's really starting to really just. It's like a pin in the taint. I swear to God.
my
Pen detained.
That needs to become a colloquialism.
I just made it up on the spot. Congratulations.
I'm not sure what that means,
but
but yeah.
I do think.
Are you talking a safety pin?
Oh, whatever's sharp. I
know
don't
your
know.
Like
You know
keeping
your
things
per diem
together?
is?
My
I don't
per
know,
diem?
dude. Anything that's sharp, it still hurts. All the same.
You just want to jab it in the taint, or do you want to like?
I don't want it to be there.
Okay.
So it's
The
like
news is the-
it's like a real pin in your taint, though.
Yeah, see,
All right.
see what I mean? It's like as if someone did that against my will.
We've got our episode title.
Put a pin in
What
your
I'm saying is that they realize now that they can, like they're looking at. I imagine that a bunch of
So you're saying
investors-
they saw the fan fervor and they're like, oh, we got something here.
It's that, but it's also this idea that if you, because Suicide Squad is going to be a 4-player co-op.
That's what I gathered.
And I trust Rocksteady. They're the ones behind it, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean it's fine to me, but it's also one of these things where it's like, well, then it's going to be full of all of this crap that they're trying to force everyone to get used to. It's going to be full of microtransactions. It's going to be like this Marvel. It's going to be like the Marvel game that's coming out.
People are kind of on edge right now, thinking it might be the Marvel,
I
like
watched-
the Destiny superhero
I watched
looter
people-
shooter.
Well, I watch people play the beta of the Marvel Avengers.
Well, Avengers is.
People aren't hot on that one, right?
People are not hot on that.
Yeah, I don't
one.
think-
it's going to sell like gangbusters. Whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Did they unveil gameplay of Suicide Squad? Because I'm not sure
No,
if that's
no, no.
going to be like that.
no, it is though. It's like insider info, but you have to assume that if there are 4 players, or like there are 4 characters, it's the perfect multiplayer number. You didn't see anyone besides those 4 Suicide Squad characters, right?
There might be more though. from
There
what I
might be
heard.
more,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to take on like a Borderlands type situation, like because 4 is the perfect number for co-op gameplay, especially in this modern age of video gaming.
Do you imagine the villains will, like, I guess the heroes, like Superman will be a raid, Batman will be a raid.
I don't think they're gonna. I think you're right. I think they might be dungeon style encounters.
Yeah.
I think that makes the most sense because
It could be cool.
Yeah. So it's called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Right.
And rumors are this isn't. I love the artwork that they showed for the logo with the Superman silhouette with the bullseye on his head. But have you heard, like, it's not supposed to be like the actual Justice League? It's like some evil versions.
Well,
did you watch the trailer?
I watched the trailer at the end. Yeah, it looked like evil Superman or some
So
bizarro.
that giant
fucking-
thing in the background is a machine made by presumably Brainiac or the Legion of Doom. So it's a mind
he's taking
control
him
thing.
over. Gotcha.
Yeah, you're not actually
Okay.
going to kill. You're going to eventually be like, oh, we have to save them in order to help ourselves. It's not
Spoilers.
It's not.
You just know the plot already.
I like.
It's comic books.
I like though. Like you brought up DC fandom as like one of the reasons that they're kind of hot on it again. I think pairing it with the new Suicide Squad 2 trailer, the movie trailer, like, I don't know, it mutually hypes up both things, which works really well. I'm super pumped for the new movie.
Well, if these
And I'm happy
games-
that King Shark is a character in both because
played by Steve Agee.
Killer Croc, I can't imagine him working in a movie. For some reason, like King Shark, I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
happy dumb shark guy, I'm in.
Well, have you
It's a
seen the
fucking shark.
Harley Quinn TV show?
Rumor Taika Waititi voicing King Shark too.
No, it's
Oh, that'd
Steve
be
Agee.
great.
They didn't announce that. And they haven't announced who Taika Waititi is yet.
Then who the hell is Steve Agee in this movie?
Not sure.
Interesting. Whatever.
Harley Quinn's
Irrelevant.
getting a TV show?
TV show? Harley Quinn?
Harley Quinn has a TV show. It's animated.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. It's got King Shark in it. And he's voiced by Ron Funches. It's really funny.
Oh, Ron, really?
yes.
I
it's
love
very
Ron
funny.
Funches.
Yeah,
Fucking-
he's the best part of the show.
I think maybe they saw some of their bottom line and realizing that, hey, this COVID time, people are playing more games, and
Yeah.
maybe this studios could actually contribute to our fucking bottom line. And also, all their games, or a lot of the games in development, are all based on licenses, and they're all set to come out in the next couple of years. And I could only
To pair along with the
speculate like
movies.
how much of a legal fucking just nightmare that would be to try to divvy up all the royalties if a third party bought the studio, but you own the WB licenses. Would think like, maybe let's just wait. I think they have Harry Potter coming too, so
Yeah, that Harry Potter. So the rumor is that Harry Potter game that's going to be coming out takes place in the 1800s in the same universe as Harry Potter. And
Really?
so, yeah. And so it's got its own like
I
little history behind it.
literally couldn't be less interested in a Harry
Yeah.
Potter game.
All my girlfriend has been talking.
great. So J.K. Rowling can actually be racist in the game.
Ever since she saw an article about it on Kotaku 4 years back, all she can say is, "Hey, when's that Harry Potter game going to come out?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know."
Allie?
Yeah,
Really?
She loves Harry Potter.
Okay.
I love the books, and I'm a fan of the movies.
fine.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems weird to me. As long as if it takes place in Hogwarts, mostly what people want in a Harry Potter game is to explore Hogwarts and play some semi-functional form of Quidditch.
I think it might take place in America, in the American school.
What's the American school called?
I don't remember, but I know the house names because I was at Harry Potter trivia last Wednesday.
Hey,
There's Puckwudgie, Thunderbird,
Thunderbird.
Yeah. And then there's
Ford Escort.
there's WAP.
Oh, that's not a good one.
Yeah, WAP.
There's House WAP.
Cardi B.
They forced me to memorize it. I'm literally there,
There's some
and it's just a
hoes
bunch
in this house.
it's just a bunch of like, I don't know, people. Whatever.
Okay, well there you go.
Well,
That's fine.
Either way, let's all take a sip and thank Christ that Activision cannot buy these guys and shut them down, or Electronic Arts.
Well, do you think
makes me happy.
Activision has the capital for it right now?
Yeah, $4 billion. $4 bill. Come on.
Did
they
you
can do
mention
it.
EA as a segue?
Did you want to talk about eBay?
Madden 21 is officially the worst reviewed game on Metacritic by fans right now.
Oh, is it really?
It's officially
Whoa.
the worst reviewed video game
I haven't
ever
seen
by
anything
fans.
about that.
No, I didn't.
Tell us
no.
about this.
Please, Brad.
It
What
was
is
at
it
a
at?
0.3, I believe. People have actually found some of the banners, like the stuff in the background still says Madden 20. They didn't even update all of the stuff. People are fucking outraged.
Did these
It's
guys not
trending
play
on-
WWE 2K20?
oh, I heard that was like
Broken.
the one. Yeah, just broken game.
Oh,
like,
it's horribly
unplayable.
broken. Yeah.
They it's trending on Twitter right now. NFL drop EA. Literally everyone is
Yeah.
furious.
Oh, I've been saying it for years.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
something I do every
It's
week.
been the same
Yeah.
game every year.
Yeah, I saw the reviews, and it's just another Madden game.
But it's time for them to like, okay, we really fucked up.
We know we made Battlefront really bad, but we made Battlefront 2 not so bad.
Like I'm still holding the line
2K?
to the whole 2K having their foot in the door with the license to do the arcade games.
Yeah.
If they come out fucking swinging, which they will, because they still have a chip on their shoulder with the NFL 2K5 thing, that maybe they open eyes to the NFL to say, like, you know what, we're okay not letting EA have exclusivity. Let's
amazing.
give these guys a chance
it's
for a
amazing
simulation.
how much EA can screw the pooch. They'll do the bare minimum work to get the most amount of money, and they've just been blatant and just
Like a corporation.
it's just like handing an unfinished work in school, and the teacher's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's like, "I'll get a D."
I mean, let's be honest. The actual NFL season might not go on that long.
I don't think so either. But
Yeah, it's true.
I hope it does, but I don't think it will.
Ominous signs all around, but I'm just going to say that one of them's going to catch it because these guys can't help not going out to clubs and strip
Baseball's
clubs.
still going on though.
Yeah.
Basketball's separate because it's in the bubble. With baseball, I mean, they fucked up a little bit,
but football, you get so many people in close
you
proximity.
53-man
Basketball's
teams.
similar,
And
but
bigger coaching staff.
but you're all over each other. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
content.
I mean, they're all over each other in basketball.
Basketball.
Baseball, not so much, but
Right,
Baseball's
but football's not going to be in a bubble.
kind of
though.
failing,
That's
actually.
the thing. Yeah,
There was a couple teams that like like the Marlins or whatever, or
Yeah, they had to drop out entirely, right?
Yeah, couple weeks at least. One team just completely was separated.
because you're right, they can't resist going out to bars and strip clubs when they travel. It's like, can you just not? Because you're
Right.
making $1 million to play sports.
Yeah,
Baseball, I have more of a problem with because they work those guys normally to the fucking bone, so I understand their need to go out. But in terms of like basketball and football, it's just like stay inside, dude. Hire a stripper.
Just do what Eric Thames did. I told him
football,
to
you
get a VR
play one
headset
game a
and he did.
week. Come on, you just show up, fucking play the game, and go out and party.
I mean, it's kind of what they do.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
It's
but
not wrong.
Madden 21
have you ever
is
partied
very
before?
bad.
It's pretty
Uh-oh.
awesome.
So let's check back in on the next Dogcast to see what the Metacritic user score for Madden is by then.
Better.
Yeah,
If it can actually get 0.
I saw a lot of
0.0.
YouTubers very excited about, like, it's the worst one ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means they have content people are going to watch.
It is time.
It's tough. You know,
What are you supposed to do? Like, work hard and make a game with a lot of features that people enjoy?
It's
You
a-
can't do that.
I mean, it's a tale old as time. Here we're getting in the transition year for consoles, and now they're gonna do the typical. Let's strip out all the features and release like next year. It'll probably just be a fucking bare bones football game, like they do every console generation.
I think we're finally reaching the apex. This is the ultimate entropic death of games as a service. what I was railing about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you can trick you can feel like you can trick your consumer into buying just anything you fucking put out because you're the one who has the license and you're the one who has the rights to put it out.
There you go.
Can I bring up a news story?
Sure.
Wow,
If you'd
okay.
like.
Okay, against services and stuff like that and how terrible monetization is in gaming industry right now. Mutant Chronicle was funded on Kickstarter as the third most funded game on Kickstarter, only behind Shenmue and Bloodstained. And the campaign went wonderfully. They met all their goals. I know none of you might be super excited about it, but
I am.
I'm fucking jacked.
I'm excited for you.
I pledged more than I should have, but it's a spiritual successor to my favorite game of all time, Suikoden 2.
BMX Triple X.
And it's like all the stretch goals were like more characters, like a cooking mini game, a town mini game, like
Mini games.
like a randomized
inverted
dungeon. Well, everything like
An inverted castle. Very good.
there's still. I'm just excited that there's gonna be like a classic JRPG done with a lot of heart.
That is awesome.
And it's like away from that gross EA.
It looks
monster.
beautiful. Like
Fuck
the,
Konami too.
The
Yeah.
still shots that I've seen. Do they have video?
Yeah, there's video of some of the battles. It looks fantastic.
It kind of looked like Octopath a little bit.
It's got a little bit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The concept art is brilliant. They hired a lot of great young talent for this. It's really cool.
Is it going to be on the Switch?
No, it's going to be on. It's the first game announced for the next Nintendo console. They're like going to be on the whatever comes after the Switch.
So
Well, that's a great segue, Brad.
Oh, you wanted to talk about switching topics, you mean? I see what I did there.
That wasn't bad.
I'm so impressed.
Would you guys potentially be excited about buying a new model of the Nintendo Switch?
Yes, I
An
would.
upgraded Pro model in 2021.
Depends on what it has. Do you know what it has?
There aren't a lot of
They
details
did this
out
last
there.
year. They did this last year. Why are we believing in
This one's got a 40-inch screen in portable mode.
This one, I believe this now. These rumors are a little more deafening. They're coming out. This is by Bloomberg.
Here's the problem, but they're split. But this is Bloomberg also reported on this last year.
Well, they're reporting on it again.
Yeah, of course they are.
That's
It's
like really the
rumors.
safest article. Like, rumor has it Nintendo's
Yeah.
making another console.
I'm sorry. I don't give this any credence because then there's like if they release one with better graphics, they're
4K
splitting-
resolution
4K.
that it can display and play games in 4K.
I don't believe that for a second. It's Nintendo.
Not what Nintendo's about, guys.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. But then they're splitting their player base because then the developers who make their games actually have to account for way too much. And it's just like, well, it has to play at this resolution and then this resolution, and it's got to play at this frame rate and this frame rate.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's happening.
So, according to Bloomberg, spoke with a reliable source close to Nintendo, the upgraded console would be a more powerful version of the current console, and like we said before, be capable of 4K high definition graphics. And along with the new console, Nintendo's reportedly hard at work at a bunch of games to take advantage.
Nintendo's making new games? Is this an exclusive?
So I did want to talk about this because they have been fucking quiet.
I don't know, dog. I've been playing a few games. We'll hear about it.
I'm saying first party releases.
Yeah,
okay,
I agree. Yeah.
I think they're going to make another Mario
like
game.
there are rumors. I was hoping they came out today that supposedly this week Nintendo's going to announce the 3D Mario collection for this fall.
Ooh, I hope they do.
That could
With
for the holiday season. That could sell so many.
it's Mario 64,
That's a day
Sunshine, and
one.
Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Put Galaxy 2 in there.
Galaxy 2 is better.
That'd be nice.
But-
That'll be DLC, right?
Galaxy.
I'd buy the shit out of that.
Yeah,
Shit
of
on
course.
But so far, that hasn't been announced, and there are no games, to my knowledge, on Nintendo's release calendar through the end of the year. So they're working on something. They're gearing up for something, and I don't know. I do believe that they do have to with the new consoles coming out. They, even though they don't want to, it's not Nintendo's thing. They have to at least maintain that technology gap, or maybe close it a little bit, so the third-party developers can actually port some of their games over to the Switch.
I don't disagree with that, but I also think there's a huge incentive for these third-party developers to downscale their games and make them.
But
look
now the
good for
gap's going to
Switch.
get wider, and we're talking about a Wii U. The Switch is a fucking Wii U, you know.
It's a little bit better.
So 8 year. Well, I mean,
It's a Wii U in a different.
The Wii U is
based
actually
on our
the Wii U is
technology.
actually a decent system.
I like the Wii.
yeah,
Yeah,
in 2012, and yeah, you play for what it is. But
I have a lot of trouble. I have a lot of trouble thinking that this isn't going to be a nightmare for them, because if they don't really thread this needle, it's going to be a huge disaster for all the people that bought one this year. They're going to be fucking pissed.
I mean, Switches are finally getting back in stock now, and they're flying off the shelves.
Switch Pro, but they're still going to have it be playable on the regular Switch for Switch games, so they're still going to have the gap.
That's the thing. Is it going to be something where if you plug in your card, the game card, is it going to say like now you have to update because it's going to take up more space? Because guess what?
For the textures,
you got the better. You got the better system.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know.
It makes sense. I think that there will be another version of the Switch. I don't know if it will deliver all the bells and whistles we've discussed, but there's got to be another version of the Switch.
Call it the Switch Wii.
Yeah, I mean, it's time. I mean, even the games now are just they kind of chug and they look all right, but
which
Switch,
ones specifically?
There's generally all Switch ports.
You know what?
If a game is available on the Xbox, the PS4, and the Switch, there's 0% chance the Switch port's the best one.
No, it's true, but the Doom port looks
Bloodstain.
really good on it. The 2016 Doom looks fantastic on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, The Witcher even plays really well. The Witcher 3.
Yeah, I'm sure it plays
looks,
well.
It looks crazy. I don't know how they do it. It's grainy in handheld mode, but when you put it on the screen, I'm going to be honest with you, can't tell much of a difference between that and the PlayStation 4 one I had.
Damn.
I can't.
Shit, man.
You might see it in some textures, but that's
I haven't actually seen them side by side, but I know that The Witcher is still an amazing looking game. Josh, we have a new beer. What are we drinking, buddy?
Jeez, Tom.
Jeez, just interrupt me. Sorry. I was getting all philosophical.
Yeah, new beer. You remember Great Notion Brewing, right? Out in Portland.
They remember us.
Oh, goddamn.
We got a strawberry milkshake IPA from them guys. Floating in at 7%. IPA with strawberry, vanilla, lactose, toasted rice they use.
Is that a bear or chipmunk?
It's a bear wearing a tanuki.
It looks like it belongs at like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. The world needs more of those.
You said
rock a fire explosion.
Okay, so I get it. So the bear is wearing a traditional. The bear's wearing a traditional cap and a tool used to pound rice cakes in Japan.
Ah.
Very good. Very.
We should
very
pound
good.
rice cakes for like a,
It's
maybe
the one where like the guy he like molds
exclusive.
the dough and then the guy hits it with the hammer and then he molds the dough again. The guy hits it with the hammer. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's fascinating.
I've been spending a lot of time in Japan, so
Yeah.
I feel at home with this.
That's
beer.
where it comes from. He's kind of a tanuki almost
Oh, a sacred animal.
Let us drink this beer.
with giant balls.
Just the perfect amount of strawberry.
Yeah,
This is
really.
really nice. This
It's
is
not
some
Some
overpowering.
tartness, nothing over the top. Very easy drinker. Great Notion uses their vanilla very nicely when they make a beer with vanilla.
Fun fact, whenever Josh goes out to Portland, he chooses the Airbnb closest to Great Notion.
This is true. I was half a block away.
The smart
and
man.
I don't regret that choice.
No, remember travel.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it again until like I can do it again.
I was
You know what I'm
so, I
saying?
mean,
Portland would have been last week.
really would have been this
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
Portland would have been amazing.
man.
We'll see you next year, Gerald.
All right, moving on to our next story, and maybe some of you Halo people can speak to this, but
hell no.
oh, nice. Halo veteran Joseph Staten is back to working on Halo and is now at 343 Studios following the delay of Halo Infinite.
Yeah, once the ship's already sinking, you can't hire someone to fix the ship. It's already sinking.
Yeah,
Or
so
it has.
so just to give a little background,
That game looks bad.
Jason worked at Bungie.
Joseph.
Or sorry, yeah, Joseph. I'm sorry, Joseph. You're
getting
not
confused
Jason.
with Jason Jones of Bungie.
Could be. Yeah.
Joe Staten's amazing. He's the guy who did like all of the main writing for the games.
Yes, he was the writer, cutscene director of the first 3 Halo games, and also worked on Destiny before leaving in 2013 to go work at Microsoft. I want to say he left with Marty.
Marty was forced to leave. Joe, after
Is it
they
a solidarity move?
he saw that they were stripping all of his story away and all of his
That's
cutscenes.
right, yeah.
He's like, I'm out of here. You guys aren't
Okay.
using my stuff. Joe's the man. He's an amazing writer, and it's great that he's going to be there working on the games. The problem is 343 across the board have completely missed the boat on what people want from Halo games.
Yeah.
The most recent trailer just proves again that they don't have a grasp of what to do with their biggest IP.
Yeah, you weren't on the last podcast when we talked about Halo. What were your thoughts on the Halo reveal from that Xbox event that happened last month?
I mean, I appreciated the initial like open world aspect. I didn't care for that character who was talking shit with the chief. The
pilot guy?
The pilot guy. I didn't care for the design. Like, the graphics looked bad.
You said that, yeah. They look smooth.
Compared
I guess
to,
I didn't really.
If you like compare it to some of the graphics from just Halo 3, there's more detail in the Halo 3 models.
Gotcha.
I don't know. And apart from that,
It's your Bill and Ted 3, basically.
they're adding grappling hooks and stuff. Things that Halo, I don't know. And there's always been controversial things.
Grappling
Get that
hooks
shit
are-
out of my Halo.
Grappling hooks are pretty cool, Brad.
Grappling hooks are cool.
You
And
ever played
just
fucking Bionic Commando?
when
the
they
best
brought
game ever?
when they brought jetpacks into Reach, that was a big point of contention as well. And just adding sprinting was a point of contention. But I think the problem is the games really aren't fun. 4 felt off. The special effects and the guns, everything was off. The design for the bad guys. Halo 5 had a fart of a story.
Yeah, that's unanimously
The
agreed
same
upon.
boss battle, they make you fight it like 6 times.
I heard about that, and I think that's one of the reasons it stopped me from playing it.
It's bad. And I have zero faith in 343 or Halo 6. Joe Staten, I love Joe Staten to death. And I hope there are good things.
Yeah.
I mean, the story will be better with him. So that's...
I mean, this is a game that was supposed to ship in 2 months. So do you think he's just coming in to be a closer and help ship the game? Like Rod Ferguson, he's a guy that was attached to the Gears of War franchise, and he was kind of brought back to get the Gears 5 shipped, I believe, or Gears 4. So do you think Joe's back to be just the closer to fucking get it out the door? Do you think there's going to be some serious retooling?
Depending on how much time they give him, I mean, it would be beneficial if they retooled everything. If they took the functional parts of the game and let Joe kind of rewrite the story to have a more traditional, good sci-fi element, which the original story is a real good, epic, almost Star Wars-y tale that's going on. And even they get into some weird shit with, like, the Gravemind. They do a lot of cool stuff in the original games. And that's because of Joe and his story choices and
fucking Joe.
His fucking like his lines. He was the one who wrote the iconic lines for Master Chief, like "I need a weapon, finish the fight."
I'll be back.
So there's going to be at least a couple good one-liners. So there's that. But I don't know. You can't have someone like make the last room of a house and the house will still be great.
I think this is a problem with a lot of games currently. They make these sequels out of compulsion rather than actually having a vision behind it.
Exactly. Yeah, someone with the point of view who's leading the pack.
Because
this
if
is
you
where
don't
we're going.
if you don't have somewhere you're going, it's not like I mean especially when there's no like conceptual thing at the start. It's not like drawing a picture where you can kind of just start drawing something and maybe it'll turn out. This is a multi-million-dollar thing. You just can't like start with the idea of like, oh, we know what Halo is, and then roll with that. You have to actually build it from the ground up. What's the vision? What do we want players to feel? And if this is going to be...
They do it the wrong way. They start with like what they're like an end goal rather than like we have something we want to do.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like we need to make something for money.
need a game.
We need a game instead of I have a great idea. Chief could do this.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's a new bad guy. He looks like a scrotum.
Ah.
Whoa,
They're pulling the
yes.
They're just doing
Literally
the
a
old
better
Madden
story
thing.
than Halo 4.
Yeah.
Hire us.
I'm not a Halo
Master
guy.
Scrotum.
Clearly, I have strong feelings on Halo.
Master Queef.
Master Queef. Queef Latina.
So this game is delayed indefinitely. I mean, they said into 2021, but
I'm going to guess the spring, because a lot of games that weren't supposed to do all that well did very well.
possibly. I mean, we'll see. If they just brought him back, this might be a holiday 2021.
If they brought Marty O'Donnell back, then I would be interested. And if it was from the beginning.
Yeah.
You'd have to have... Even then, the gameplay, I'm worried about the gameplay. Like, 4 and 5 are playable, but they're not as good as the originals.
Man, I was sitting wondering, I'm like, how much money would it take to go to Bungie and say, will you do the next Halo?
They won't.
Do you think they wouldn't?
Give it to EA.
How much do you think it would cost? Everyone's got a price.
Everyone's got a price, but I can't think in numbers that big. And also, Bungie's already got their hands in another IP that they're working on from some investor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Destiny is something that they are still building on.
They're trying. I don't know if it's working.
I don't know. I could almost see them say, like, yeah, let's go back to what we were known for. Like, we let's do
Well,
that.
now they are known for Destiny. Destiny has
oh,
been
they
out
are,
for
yeah.
6 years.
And I think Destiny has gotten better since Activision has gotten off of it.
Yeah,
But I mean, the reason Destiny shit the bed so hard is because Activision, at near the end of the game's like, you're changing all of it and you're doing it like this. That's why it sucks.
You're gonna put all this shit in here,
And I still played it for 100 hours, but that's why it sucks.
right? Hey, we all have those games where we've played for multiple hundreds of hours, and
Night Trap.
Yeah, for Tom. It's like, I just wish they could get to the girls.
I don't know where you got on.
yes, get to the Night Trap song. It's my favorite part.
It's a good song.
Josh, you can play Halo Infinite.
No, I was a Gears of War guy.
Okay, you could be both.
Oh, I
Could
could.
be. Yeah,
I tried playing my.
It's
I
like
had
Coke
a,
and Pepsi, man.
it's like no, I don't get my Chief
Coke.
maxed in with
drink a
Phoenix. Yeah.
ooh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
I had a bunch of friends that were hardcore into playing Halo when it was just the first Halo and it was online and that was new to like everything, everybody.
Yeah.
And I watched them, like it looked kind of fun, and then I tried and it just didn't vibe with me. It wasn't me, so.
Yeah.
Good.
It's hard to go
Yeah,
back
I
to be
understand.
honest. I tried playing through
Disagree.
the first campaign. I find it just...
The first one, perhaps, but the multiplayer still holds up phenomenally for all those.
Oh, no, I love the multiplayer in all of these. That's most of my experience. But me going back with the Chief Collection, I was like, oh...
They get better storytelling wise in the second.
Well, I
one.
know, and 2 is all right, but 3, Tom and I, we tried to play that once, and it was...
We did.
I was just like, well, all right.
Like,
a lot of
this
forest.
This is a shooter.
I'm like, all right, I get it. It's
A lot of forest, so you didn't beat the first level, clearly.
Well, we were
Nope.
we were playing Sea of Thieves, and I had a blast with that.
Yeah.
Still playing that, by the way. So
Yeah, I saw you were.
I still,
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
play that still.
Yeah, we have to play that still. Damn it, it's going to happen
of
this
us.
year.
We do.
It's
I'll
going
play-
to happen.
on chat, I'll actually play the accordion instead of the one on.
Is there a mute function in that game?
Talk like dumb pirates the whole time.
Yar! Could you spin me another yar
Yeah.
on your accordion?
got it, Brad.
So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with Halo.
Your pirates got issues.
If you're listening out there and we want to know your thoughts on Joseph Staten getting back.
And if you're listening, Joe, reach out to us. We'll have you on the podcast.
And is this going to affect your purchase of
Yeah.
the Xbox Series X?
I guess, does this give you hope or does this give you jitters or both?
It just makes me really sure I'm going to buy the PS5 first.
Yeah.
I'll buy them both, but I'm going to definitely get the 5 first.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, speaking of, did you guys sign up for the chance to pre-order?
I thought
the
it was
PlayStation 5.
No.
Okay, so explain what that is, Tom.
So this last week, I believe Sony sent out emails, notifications to people that they could click this link and sign up for a chance to pre-order the PlayStation 5, and they were going to basically pick. I don't know what they said exactly, but it sounded like they were going to choose people who they were going to base it off of their previous PlayStation activity.
Yes. So when I saw this article posted, I'm like, this is a scam, right? This is a hoax. This sounds like something that wouldn't be real.
Right.
Enter now for a chance to possibly get to win a
Yeah.
PS5. I'm like, this is grade A textbook.
For a chance to buy this. Yeah.
Whammy, whammy.
That being said, I was a part of like a special PlayStation Underground club where they sent me like free stuff, and I like did surveys for them because
Oh, cool.
I always like fill out the little like cards that come in the booklets and just get.
PlayStation Underground.
Oh, right.
So they gave me like some like custom PlayStation materials back in the day, so they'd probably be like, "This kid been around."
This
Also,
Nightroon
I-
fellow, yeah.
Yeah.
This kid,
This
dude.
fella, Nightroon fella.
But also, I don't know. It seemed like a scam to me, so I didn't want to do it. And then even then, I'm like, I'll find one eventually. If I don't get it right away, I'll find one a month later.
Well, even you reported 1 or 2 Dogcasts ago that they upped their production
Yes.
by an extreme amount, and
Few million units.
yeah, and I don't think this is going to be a false scarcity or anything like that. I think everyone's going to be able to get one. Even if it takes you 2 months. I mean, also, who gives a shit? It's like, I don't know.
COVID winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I did sign up for it. I probably won't get anything. Like I don't even have a platinum trophy at all ever.
I don't think that's.
You fucking noob.
I don't think
Sorry,
that's what they'll go by.
I don't know.
They'll probably just go by how much money you've spent and how active you are, not how many platinum trophies you got.
A year ago, I would have been the first one.
Gerard the completionist will get 10.
Right, yeah, right. We'll just throw them at you.
Do they look at your trophies for that?
No. I don't know.
I don't think
just
they
like
just
purchases.
They didn't really divulge what metrics they were going at.
There are games I've played stupid amounts of hours, and the platinum trophy is still just completely unobtainable. Final Fantasy X, I've played that game to death. And to get the platinum trophy, you have to like max the sphere grid out for every character. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit.
No.
And Bloodborne, it's one thing.
No.
I have almost all of Bloodborne done, except I'd have to beat the Chalice
Oh,
Dungeons
Chalice
and
Dungeon,
Queen Yarnum at the very end of the Chalice Dungeon. I'm like, I ain't doing that.
Nope.
No platinum trophy.
One of the few games I almost platinumed.
We're going to talk about trophies, though, when we talk about Nier Automata next week.
There's going to be so many.
Did you know what Yoko Taro put in there with trophies?
No.
There's a hidden shop where you can buy trophies with in-game currency.
Really?
You can just, like, the in-game coins, you can just use them to buy any trophy you
Are you
want.
serious?
Yep.
I'll have to play
Well,
that
I'll tell
game
you what,
now.
I'm at 93.
Too bad it's free on Xbox, goddamn
I'm
it.
at 93% in my Nier Automata playthrough, so I'm getting there.
Yeah.
All right. Josh, are you going to play Nier Automata while drinking this awesome beer that you just poured?
What beer is that, Tom? Well, let
I'll
me
take that
tell
as a
you.
no, but what were you drinking?
I think you'd like Nier.
He might, actually.
It's just shooters and hack and slash and, like, Robo Booties and Kierkegaard.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That's what he looks for.
Hot androids with silver hair.
I only like hot androids. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Like
the
Michael
only
Fassbender.
kind that matter to me. I mean, yeah, I'm so vain, but we're drinking from Ray's Grain Brewing Company out of, I believe, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
It's so good to have you.
Great
back.
tap
Or as I
room.
Bring
heard
all
someone
these great
say,
beers.
I heard someone say Waukesha on a podcast.
Don't worry,
recently.
Carly's not listening.
From Waukesha? This is the Black Walnut. This is a Belgian Imperial Stout that they've had as a staple there since pretty much first time I've been there. And it's actually a very, very wonderful Imperial Stout. They use a Belgian yeast strain to give it a little more extra
to me.
spice and zazz.
Give it to me.
Floating in at 9.7%. What do you boys think? Let's
Huzzah!
try it.
Oh,
To the Greenlit Podcast Network.
I've actually had this one before. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good. And actually, they're selling 4-packs for $10. So
I love Ray's Grain.
Beautiful
they
tap room.
make good beer.
I like their tap room a lot.
They made this
Big
into
fan.
like a solid
Yo, there's
bar. I would
pizzas.
still eat it.
Pizzas are fucking awesome too.
I love the artwork.
This beer is really good.
Roasty, toasty. How
I
you
haven't
want
had
a
a
nice
I
Imperial
haven't had a
stout?
nice like roasted stout in a while.
Yeah.
'Tis the season. It's fall.
No
now.
adjuncts. Just classic.
It is September 1st.
So, Josh, you didn't lose your taste or smell?
I
during the
did
COVID?
lose my taste and smell. Both. First it was smell. And then, like, the next day or two, it was taste. And it was weird.
Did you feel like drinking? Or you probably didn't feel like drinking at all when you
I
had
was
that.
so sick.
Yeah.
Tom, you were drinking the whole time.
That was, it was hell.
I even...
But I got rid of all the shitty beer in my fridge. So.
Like, even now,
Did you
like...
really? Just like
a lot of it.
I can't drink as much as I normally would. I'm
good for
still
you.
just
it's because
weird.
you're 15 pounds less. You just get drunk faster now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I still get tired. Like, my body's still recovering, like, strength-wise.
Yeah.
I'll drink enough beer. It'll make me strong again.
It will.
I'm a little chubbier. And
You'll be back in
Just
the high
drink a
life.
lot of those like fruity,
Not high life.
slushy beers.
dude,
That'll get your
I have
calories
such
up.
a ridiculous amount of those in my fridge.
Well,
Slushy beers?
you
like
heard
100 of them. So back to the taste and smell thing. I actually got my taste buds starting to come back only 2 days later.
Okay.
So really quickly.
Yeah.
Although my smell came back kind of probably 4 days ago.
Were you able
Okay.
to keep down food?
I didn't eat a few days.
Were you
I was
ever
pretty nauseous.
Were you ever farting and trying to smell it to see?
I always fart, Brad.
Well, I know, but were you like,
No, I wasn't eating enough to fart, dude.
I had to watch out for that because I would fart.
And poop yourself.
I just shit myself and not smell anything, so I thought nothing ever happened.
Diarrhea is
like
one of those
liveria.
things
Right.
that
All right.
comes with it.
One more COVID question before we move on. When your smell was coming back, did it all come back at once, or did you notice certain smells come back before other smells?
Honestly, taste buds came back first, and it was
Okay.
It was almost a full week later after the taste buds started coming that the smell actually came back.
it's so weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird.
You didn't like chug Tabasco or anything just to check?
You don't want to hurt. His body wasn't feeling good. That would have gone bad.
Yeah, I was not
cleanse it.
feeling well.
It's a way to.
That's
cleanse it,
interesting. Yeah, because mine was swapped where my smell started coming back before the taste, but I could only smell when the smell started coming back. I could only smell like cooking meat at first. I don't know why.
Oh,
and I thought I'm like
that might be
like
the first smells I got.
Is that like some evolutionary thing where
It's because it's vapor.
meat? The smell of
like
meat
you said
cooking is
meat, right?
really
Because
good.
when meat cooks, it literally releases moisture into the air. So that's what you're smelling.
okay?
Basically,
that makes
releases
sense.
sex in the
'Cause
air.
I was trying to get all scientific with it. I'm like, I bet it's my fucking lizard brain searching out food. That's like the first smell that comes back, seeking out sustenance.
That might be true too. I have no idea.
And then I couldn't smell cologne until like yesterday. So
I
You've
did.
been wearing too much.
and so you like took you took a,
you're right now.
you're sitting in your bath and you're just like, I can't get clean, and it's just a bath full of
I would wake
cologne.
up. I woke up every morning when I didn't have smell, and I would spray some cologne in my face. And then one day,
I think
actually
someone killed someone in there because there's way too much smelly stuff going
Tom's
on.
like, oh, hi, I'm not doing anything.
The first time I did it, I sprayed it in my eye, and it was it was horrible.
You lost your sense of vision, too?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's check in with the just a small check in here with the Epic versus Apple versus Fortnite versus everybody's saga.
Really, Tom?
What?
You really gotta check into that.
We're gonna check in here.
How's it going?
Because things have happened.
There are
Okay.
things that have happened.
Yeah. So when we last left this story, people were suing everybody.
Yeah, you weren't there, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you should
I
have
had
been.
coronavirus. You're
was a lot
lucky
of
I
fun.
wasn't here.
I've never listened to the Dogcast.
I
don't
need
know.
to boost my immune system.
That makes two
Maybe
of
I
us.
wanted it.
So Apple had attempted to pull all of the dev tools for for Epic and the Unreal Engine from iOS, and Epic filed an injunction to prevent them from doing so, because if they pulled the dev tools, that means any developer that had a game or was developing an application based on the Unreal Engine, those games would no longer work on iOS or be allowed on the App Store. So this went before a judge, and the judge ruled mostly in favor of Epic, and said, hey, you can't have these third parties suffer collateral damage, and we will not allow you to pull the dev tools for the Unreal Engine. Even Microsoft came out in support, because they probably have games using Unreal on the iOS store, but they came out and said, like, we are totally with Epic on this one. You cannot pull those dev tools.
Can you even imagine, first of all, some 60-year-old motherfucker having to read through and research all of these things and just going like,
Why can't I play my fucking Othello game? What is
I know
going on?
my my son likes it, but Jesus Christ, it's just like,
Yeah.
fuck. I guess I gotta. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's just an old man confused in his study.
You go. I mean, you even
Have
go
you guys
back-
been following the story,
You
or
just
know
go
what's
back to
going on?
like King Kong suing Donkey Kong. This guy's like, all right, so there's giant apes.
Universal,
Okay,
yes.
okay, giant apes.
Donkey Kong is a parody though, so congratulations, Nintendo.
Yeah, but yeah,
They
I don't know.
get
I haven't been following this.
Okay. Epic itself, though, was culpable, and the judge did not shelter them from the decision. So Epic has officially had all its games ever yanked from the App Store now. So there is a court date set for, I don't know, a month or two from now. And
People are going to be
they're
pissed.
going to head to head.
So I'm seeing a lot of smartphone ads currently on YouTube. I don't know why.
You
I
can
haven't
play
subscribed.
Fortnite here.
Well, no, it's literally that. It's literally like, it's literally a man on his sofa and he's playing Fortnite on his phone, and then he screams out the window and he goes, "Yeah, I fucking did it!" And someone across the thing is like, "Yeah, I see you. Cool. Awesome.
I see you.
And at this point, that's not going to happen.
Okay. Well, that was our weekly check-in of the Epic saga. I'm still excited to see how this turns out.
Are you really though?
I am. Yeah.
This really has you. This is the drama.
I'm in.
I would like
I'm in
to
now.
I
see
think it's
Apple
entertaining.
fucking get its comeuppance a little bit.
Well,
even though I think Epic is gross
love-
and doing it the wrong way.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I said it before. There is a term of service you agreed to, but there's a part of me that's changed recently, and I've said, bust these monopolies, man.
It's fucking predatory. Yeah.
Like if you're profitable, like they gotta culp to you at some point.
Yep.
Just from doing gift tours, I'm playing a lot of games that I don't normally play.
Sure.
The amount of agreements I have to do before playing games now,
It's insane.
Oh,
It's,
sure.
it's
Yeah.
gross. Like
disgusting.
you put a game and you can play it. Now it's
Yeah.
like 3 agreements, like
And you
20
better
pages,
scroll down to that shit so the fucking OK button
sign into,
becomes-
it, sign into an account. I'm like, what?
Man,
Yeah.
it's a different
But I don't
time.
have an email address.
All right. Last news story I have here is
What? This is why he doesn't drink.
it's just one line. It's Resident Evil Netflix series.
Sure, whatever.
Sure. Great.
Whatever.
Apparently, one's coming.
No,
Who's
I mean
making
this
it?
has been reported for a while.
I think more details had come out.
We have an
this last
official
week.
stance of sure.
Hope
Listen,
it's good.
When it hope it's good. It's like the Castlevania thing. I'm like, sounds cool. Hope it's good. Was good.
Possibly follow
those
the daughters of
Castlevania.
Albert Wesker in Raccoon City.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a dumb plot idea, but
Well, I think the production company is the company that is P.T. Anderson, P.T. with the fucking Barnum.
No.
Paul. Wait, no.
It's the bad Anderson.
There's Paul Thomas Anderson, who's great.
Mila Jovovich is Anderson.
There's like he has like 2 middle names or something.
Paul W.S.
Anderson.
Yes, there it is. Okay. Yes.
Well, that's bad. Whatever.
Well, here's the
Mila
thing.
Jovovich is playing the daughter.
Probably.
These plots, like in a lot of these
She's
Resident
playing the
Evil,
tyrant.
in these Resident Evil movies, are so paper thin.
I'm so excited
So
for
It's
our
literally
raw dogs
just a
in the
vessel
lore.
for the gameplay. And if you're going to actually make something, first of all, just give it a modicum of just depth. Period. Because when you're playing it, it's a little bit different. You're invested because you have to actually move the character and do things.
You're in the universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas with Castlevania, it was an 8-bit video game. Basically, they based it off of Drax's Curse.
Yep.
Castlevania 3. That's
what the kids are calling it.
like you could literally put any type of narrative onto that you wanted, but with Resident Evil, that narrative already exists. So if you're going to give someone,
And you and I have read the novelizations, right? Or like
I
the
have
books?
read the
novels. Yeah,
novelizations.
I have all of them.
they're really bad.
Just
I
remember,
liked him in high school when I was a sophomore. I guess I haven't revisited them
when
since
Dylan
then.
says he reads something, he doesn't read it.
Well, no.
He watches.
I did read this.
He watches
They
it
go
on
through.
YouTube.
I will
literally
say
the
that
first
when
one-
Brad hands you 4 Final Fantasy VII books and you choose to only skim a couple of them, I'll give you a pass.
No, but these ones I actually did read. But these books literally go through the plot, and then they have the characters thinking about the puzzles that you solve in the game.
That Jill's gonna be a sandwich.
That's not a joke. But you've read the books. That's what happens in the fucking books.
Yep.
And it's just like, and it's just,
Jill went to the door. She wasn't sure why it was locked.
She seems like
literally,
a master.
it's like, why would they leave a hole here? Oh, it's for a ruby or something. And then she places the ruby in the thing, and then she does it. It's kind of like a walkthrough.
Okay, and you willingly read these things?
You know what would be interesting? If someone could use the...
Were they so fucking... They captured your
Dude, I
your
wanna-
attention so much you had to go through the whole series?
So I loved comic books, and my mom was literally like, "Can you read like real books?" And I was like,
And stop playing video games.
oh, well, it's partially that, but video games taught me how to read. Joke's on her. At the same time, like I read these books because literally it was just like, oh, these are based off the games. I don't own most of these games, so I can have the experience. My
Yeah.
mom wasn't going to buy me a PlayStation. My mom was going to do all this stuff for me. So I'm like, I'm going to get the experience
that.
through osmosis. Didn't happen. Those Resident Evil books are awful. The second one, though,
I don't know, because they'd
bad.
they'd have like the first one's the first game, the second one would be in between the first and the second, the next one would be the next game. There's
'Cause it
always
starred
like
Barry.
there was an in between one,
Yep.
which was where it was
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Which is like, what are
They
they,
can do
doing
whatever-
in between games?
Yep.
They can't
Yeah.
have anything too big happen.
the second one stars Barry.
Who is probably my favorite character?
yeah.
And
Jill
he's
Sandwich.
really good. And I don't understand. Did he die?
He dies, yeah.
Which one?
I forget.
What? He dies in the books?
He dies in the games. There's a point where he's dead. I just forget which one it is.
No, he's still alive.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's alive in your heart. That's all that matters, Tom.
Yeah. So,
Right in.
To sum it all up, Resident Evil Netflix series, sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
Listen, if
You've
they
heard it here.
If they do it like in like a weird psychological way, like they made Resident Evil 7, I'm way more interested.
Give it to the director of The Haunting of Hill House. Mm-hmm. You got me.
He's busy on Bly
Give it
Manor.
to Guillermo del Toro,
Yeah.
but
That'd be all right. That'd be all right.
give it to Blumhouse.
Give it to
I don't
Emilio
know.
Estevez.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the news, gentlemen. Thank you for coming on this journey. Now, let's move into what we've been playing.
I'll go first. I have completed the Old Hunters DLC.
Crikey. Good job.
Crikey.
Josh?
I've defeated.
It's like what?
The Orphan of Kos.
I defeated.
Yes, I am like what?
I've defeated all of them, including Lawrence, the first vicar.
Fishburne?
And I will say he made an appearance. It was weird. The most difficult boss in the DLC was the Orphan of Kos for me. big time. Maria wasn't that bad. I beat Maria on maybe 8 or 9 tries.
Maria is fast, and she has like a lot of almost like teleporty abilities.
She's easily staggered.
Yes.
Which helps.
She doesn't have a lot of poise, as they say.
Loved the old Hunters DLC. Loved how it expanded on the lore. And I can put Bloodborne down now. I can put it down.
Are you sure?
I've beaten it 2.5 times.
You'll go back 3 years from now.
It's
and
gonna-
then it'll feel
well,
good.
they're gonna drop Bloodborne 2
The
this
remaster's
fall.
coming out.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm like, I've got it. Now I'm watching Lovecraft Country. I'm exploring my Lovecraftian stuff.
The
in other
timing
ways.
did work out pretty good for that.
Well,
for you.
Also, with Lovecraft Country and just the racial unrest, and there's this like solid African American cast and like focused show about like the terrible times of our country.
Yeah.
Those characters are all very like interesting and fun to watch and badass. I only watched the first episode, and it ends amazing. It's a really great ending.
I mean, we talked about it on Raw Dogs, but I think this is one of the most.
Only for the Patreon members, because this is the Patreon exclusive when we talked on Lovecraft.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to hear that. But I said
Sign
a lot
up.
I said a lot of great things about Lovecraft Country, and a lot of things that are like very prescient for right now.
Yeah.
Did I use that right?
No, you use it right.
All right. Yeah, and I mean, and then there are also a bunch of book recommendations I did that aren't necessarily H.P. Lovecraft, but are also kind of in the vein of cosmic horror.
So I beat the Old Hunters DLC.
Yep.
And I am probably I've gone into Kamoshida's Mind Palace twice now in Persona 5.
Okay.
So I'm 3 hours in, and
I saw your achievement where you got Arsene.
I'm 3 hours in, and my partner like Ryuji.
Ryuji? Yep.
Yeah. He got his persona finally, and it's like a pirate, like
It's Captain Kidd.
Captain Kidd surfing on a pirate ship. I'm like, that's some cool wonky shit.
Yeah.
So everyone's persona in this game of the main characters, they're all famous thieves.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I actually went on to the site that says the average length of game times, because I've been just curious about that with speedrunning
Over
and stuff
100?
lately. And I was like,
It's the
ever since it's
longest game
100 hours,
ever.
but I was thinking, it's probably not that much. It can be if you're a completionist. Average runtime, 119 minutes.
Hours.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I am
Hours,
1/40th of the way done with the game after 3 hours. So
Yeah, congrats. Yep. That is
It's
the
only
longest
gonna get
single player
weirder
game
for
I ever
you.
played.
And he's got Royal, so there's more content.
That's true. Which I heard is great. It's fantastic.
I have yet to play it.
And if you want to hear what else I've been playing, check out the next Gift Horse, where I talk about PUBG, The Blob 2, Operation Logic Bomb, and The Division.
Okay, one question about Persona 5 quick. You're early in the game. What do you think about the localization, the translation?
It's changed.
You're saying Royal's different than the original? Because I haven't had an
Did
issue
they
with
go
it.
do another pass of it?
They got different translations.
I haven't had an
from what I
issue with it
understand.
yet, although I thought it was weird with I'm staying at that guy's house, and he's like, I normally have a strict policy of never having a man's phone number in my phone. I was like, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
You have a serious case of the not case.
You know what? Maybe they didn't change it. I had
Because
heard
there's a
that
lot of voice acting to redo if they did another pass of it.
maybe not the voice acting, but like like the regular like
Something that I like that they
Text.
do.
Yeah.
It's like almost an annoying sound when you click through the text. That's why when you
Yes.
put auto mode on, it almost forces you to like just sit there and listen to the text, because otherwise it's annoying to skip through it.
Yeah.
So
How cool those menus look, though.
I mean, they look beautiful. It's taking a second to get used to them, and like,
Yes.
because I'm used to a statement that's like economical.
Yep.
And this one's just like, we're flashy and we're coming.
You never seen it coming.
I'm not a fucking cat. My name's Morgana.
Good for you, Brad. Thank
Y'all-
you for sharing with the group.
I mean, mostly good for Dylan, because he's got me to play Bloodborne, Nier Automata, and Persona 5 this year. So Dylan's the one who's winning in a big. And I'm winning as well, because they're my favorite games of the year. So
yeah. I mean, hell,
They should
like
be.
I've got good taste. That's all I got to say.
you're hanging out with us. I wouldn't get too far with that.
I believe I brought up Persona
gotta-
5 before Brad, so
I didn't listen until Dylan told me.
just
Though,
want to let
Tom.
you know.
I was just
okay.
just slobbering. I was going on that. No, the cat is kind of. I'm like,
Dylan?
oh, I've been playing a few things.
Oh, God.
2 hours later.
Yeah, I'm actually going to keep this pretty small. There's one standout, though. Recently, there was an RPG re-released on the Switch that hasn't actually been seen in America or Japan since 1997, I believe.
Oh, shit.
It's called Moon
beer.
Oh, yeah.
Remix RPG Adventure.
Okay, I heard a lot of people talking about
I
this.
downloaded this last night, and I'm going to be honest with you. I started playing it at 9 o'clock. Next time I looked up at the clock, it was 5 in the morning.
So,
This
do you have
game,
insomnia?
no, this game is it's so appealing to me, and it's so weird. And the fact that this existed in 1997, and the fact that I've been playing Nier Automata on the side of this, and I've been trying to 100% that game.
What did it come out for?
It came out for the PlayStation.
Okay, so it was a polygonal?
It has some polygonal, but it's mostly sprite work and renderings of clay working, almost like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
But they render it very specifically. And so it's supposed to be what they call an anti-RPG, where the game starts off and you're this little kid, and you're literally in this dark room, and you walk over and you start playing a game on your game station, or
Okama Game Sphere?
Essentially. And they sit, and your character sits down, and it's the window, and it's nighttime, and your character starts playing, and he starts playing like this this RPG that's reminiscent of Final Fantasies for the NES, like 16-bit era.
Ooh,
and
Inception.
you're kind of going through it, and you're kind of watching him do all these things. You're controlling it, but it's meant to be kind of a shallow experience. And he's killing a bunch of dogs and a bunch of like weird monsters and stuff like that. And so he's told to go to bed by his mother, and as he's walking away and he shuts off the TV turns back on. He walks back over, and he's literally sucked into the television, and he is basically put into the game. And in the game, there's this legendary hero who's fighting this dragon who's taken over the moon. And when you get there, no one can see you or hear you. It's all wacky. The character designs are so unique. I'm surprised this game existed in 1997. And what happens is you eventually get these clothes from your Granby, which is your grandma. And the weird part is you approach Granby's house, and Grandma says, "Oh, is that you? Your character name? I thought you died like a year ago."
Whoa.
Yeah. And then it's all about you with visions from the Moon Queen gaining love from slain monsters that the hero has destroyed on his quest in order to, I don't know, purify him?
So
I don't know
she's
where
getting
this
off
is
on you
going.
killing things?
No. You're reviving them from the dead with your love.
Oh, this is fucked up.
This is a very
Did David
weird...
Lynch produce this game?
I don't know, but this game was so entrancing, and there's so much happening in it. Like, there's a day and night cycle, and you only have so much stamina to get through the day, and you have to perform certain tasks, but the tasks you do give you more love, which increases your stamina so you can survive longer throughout the day. It's utterly fascinating. This is my new Earthbound. This game rules. If there's a video game that can pull me in this hard, even when I have weird kind of like technical problems with it, it's automatically in my top 10 of all time. This game is there. I love it. Otherwise, I've just been playing Nier Automata. You're going to hear that on Raw Dogs.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Josh, is this beer in your top 10 beers of all time?
No, but it's very good.
What are we drinking
this
now?
This beer is a
Thanks,
beer
Dylan.
from Drekker Brewing Company.
I like them.
They're so good.
Drekker?
Straight out of North Dakota. But this is a strawberry guava brains
Yes.
double fruit smoothie sour.
Go out, smell.
Which they are so great
I thought
at making.
I thought this is called Ectogasm.
I just gave him that
Oh, okay.
There is an ectogasm sitting here. It's one of my favorite IPAs.
beer. Drekker Brewing. I've been to so many wonderful breweries in my life, but there is a very small amount, like a very small number that I would give S tier class. Drekker Brewing is one of like the 4 or 5 I can easily say is like an S class brewery.
Nice.
They're
Just based on the
great.
beer quality or just
Beer
everything?
quality and also visiting the tap room. It's
Yeah.
one of the coolest tap rooms I've ever seen. They have like 5 or 6 pinball machines. And apart from just knowing how to do merchandising and have beer, that all tastes great.
Yeah.
Almost as many pinballs as Drafty.
Almost. Don't you have that many in your back room?
Oh,
in your
by the way, we
basement?
got the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
pinball.
Josh, I haven't been following your social media.
Josh, what have you been playing?
No, Drekker is amazing.
You could shoot a porno of just like music of that, just like meh, 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 angles of the.
I like porn. You guys like porn?
Well, not as much. I like the
Pinball
Turtles
porn?
pinball machine.
Yeah, it basically is porn.
How-
when you get that multi-ball and that Magic Magnetic.
tell
I
you
usually
that.
don't multi-ball,
That
but
Willy
for that
Wonka
game I will.
Oh.
How many
depends on
dollars
how
have you
clean they
sunk
are.
into the Turtles pinball machine?
Well, I had COVID for a good chunk of getting it, so I've really only probably put $10 in.
Have you sanitized it?
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't
It's
touch it with my
deep
hands.
It's
Cleaning.
dirtied. It's dirtied for life.
So what's the coolest aspect of this pinball machine?
It's that multi-ball.
Michelangelo.
There's a pizza that's magnetic that spins, and like when you get that multi-ball, it falls out of like
It makes
the
julienne
Ninja
fries.
Pizza spot, which is right underneath the turtle band.
Ninja pizza?
Pizza that vanished quickly.
I made another funny.
But yeah, so it captures 3 balls, spins around, and drops a couple more, and like then you hit it, and then they just ricochet everywhere, and there's just balls everywhere.
God damn it, aren't they?
Ninja.
Story of my
I had a
life.
dream about that
balls.
the other night.
Yeah, just wait till you get older. They
gets
are
worse?
everywhere. Yes.
So, Drekker Brains is
Regular
their
pendulums.
double fruit smoothie sour. We sell these like hotcakes at Drafty.
Yeah.
They're gone in minutes.
I mean, literally, mine is gone.
Yeah,
It's
it's just like a
This is
it is like a
fabulous.
smoothie.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
great.
and it's just
It's
the right.
dessert.
It's the right amount of sour that just makes you want to keep downing it, or at least that's
You
how
never
I
see
feel.
it coming.
And
No,
they can vary
it's
quite
your
a
last
bit.
surprise.
Their chonks are delicious as well. The marshmallow chonks are my favorite. Similar style.
I like their brains and their marshmallow chunks.
Yeah, if you know what I'm saying.
They also just released some promotional material for their new Flash Kick beer, which has
Yeah.
got like a
Has
zombified Guile
Guile.
on the
Yeah.
cover. It's
The
amazing.
cover art for that
It's a
thing. is
collab
fucking
with
awesome.
Back
Can we
Channel
get
Brewing?
sponsored if we contact them?
I actually know one of the people there. I could reach out, but we wouldn't get sponsored. They'd just be like, "Yeah, you can drink our beer."
Yeah.
But I do want to
Dogcast
acknowledge
is really full right now.
Right. Sorry.
that Guile Flash Kick beer is a collab with a brewery called Back Channel. One thing weird about them is it's like a stupid hype thing maybe, but they drink their beer out of like a bowl,
Yeah,
like a bowl glass, and I can't
you
get
do a
behind
front?
that. So you got to use 2 hands to drink it. It's like when you eat your cereal and you drink the milk at the end.
What are they, Japanese? What's the deal?
That's what I'm saying. I
Like
don't
sake
fucking
cups?
know. I don't really know what. I didn't look
Okay.
into it because I didn't care enough.
Like, is it a big bowl? Is it a
it's
saucer?
a big bowl.
Do you have to use both hands? And
Yeah, you got to use 2 hands to drink
It
this.
makes it feel like a religious rite or something.
That's
Maybe.
cool. I like that. That's the part I
Maybe.
enjoy. That's
Yeah.
fun.
I will reserve
weird.
judgment until I experience it, but it does sound not
Yeah.
cool to me.
Yeah, I agree.
were you at Back Channel, or you just?
I've
heard?
never been, but I've heard about it for a while now.
Okay.
It's just a weird thing that it has this hype, and and actually Drekker is selling some Flash Kick Back Channel bowls. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna sell out like hotcakes too.
Josh, what have you been playing?
I
Besides TMNT,
played through Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4.
That's never a spider can, they say.
What?
Did you play the DLC as well?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you have it with your edition?
No, I have the edition in which it does not have that.
Okay.
the UNDLC'd edition. if you will.
I thought the game was fantastic.
Oh, it's very good. It's fun, addicting. You just want to swing and swang, It looks beautiful.
It's just so
It's just
calming,
very
soothing.
smooth.
Swinging through the city feels amazing. Just
Yeah.
like getting like the momentum and just building
then-
up speed.
It is zen.
When
zen.
you're like, even when you're higher and you got to figure out how to keep moving, like you figure out all those little like launching things and stuff instead of just swinging, but it gets really smooth and you're like, oh, I'm all the way across the island in like 3 minutes.
Although it is great seeing Spider-Man in fast travel mode when he's just like hanging out
Yeah.
in the subway.
Checking his phone.
It's really funny
Yeah.
too.
He's talking like another Spider-Man.
What I did in the game is as soon as I got the Spider-Man 1 skin, the Tobey Maguire skin, I just put that on and I just kind of lived it out as a continuation of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I love the story. I loved the villain.
Doc Ock?
No, not Doc Ock. Negative Man.
Oh,
Mr. Negative.
Mr.
Mr. Lee?
Negative.
Yeah.
I thought he was great, and Doc Ock.
Yeah.
They built Doc Ock perfectly up in that game.
Yeah, quite well.
Yeah. I liked his arc.
And they have set up for Miles Morales to take it over for the PS5 game, which is not a new game.
Guys,
the trailer comes out, and they're like,
it's
guys,
a standalone
it's-
expansion.
it's not a new game, but it's a new game. It's like, and then everyone's like, well, what's Madden been doing?
Hey, guys.
Well, Miles Morales has little darts that he can shoot out of his wrist.
What's your guys' favorite suit in the Spider-Man game.
I like Spider-Punk. I did that one for bits.
I was that quite a bit. The cartoon comic book looking Spider-Man.
With the cell shaded
That's
one?
pretty cool.
Steve
Yeah.
Ditko
The
one.
Fantastic Four suit with a bag over your head. I put it on as a joke, and it wanted to be a cutscene where like Black Sable or Sable Spider, whatever her name is,
Silver Sable.
Silver Sable. She like kisses me, and I was like, I chose the wrong suit for this one because it looks like a real donk scenario. But he's also helping her out, and he can't be seen as himself. So maybe
He's trying to protect his identity.
God,
Yeah,
give him a
but
break.
kissing a girl through a paper bag, I haven't done that's his college.
That's what Cleveland Browns fans have been doing forever.
No, that game was great though.
Yep.
Yeah, quite a blast. Loved it. It surprised the hell out of me. It's definitely one of the best games on the console and this generation. So didn't
It's
think
the
that till I
best-selling
played through
fucking
it.
Marvel game.
You never saw it coming.
It was your last surprise.
And unlike Tom, who played Assassin's Creed Odyssey for 3 years, I will play Persona 5 for 2 months.
I
I
did.
keep telling you, Carly's going to hate you once you get into the game proper.
I think
'cause
she's
you're
gonna
not
like the
close.
game though.
Really? She likes
It's
it?
it's half, dude. When you guys said it was like kind of anime, like just lean
anime
into
as
the
fuck.
anime, it actually just is anime half of the time. You're actually just watching anime.
Pretty much.
And the fact that you go to school and everyone's like, the volleyball team's really big around here. You better watch out. And I'm like, this is great. This is so pulpy,
yeah.
melodramatic.
great.
And the volleyball coach is like clearly.
Well, do you
having
watch a
weird
lot of?
affair.
Do you watch a lot of anime?
I'm familiar with it. I've seen some.
In a lot of like high school anime,
Anime.
a lot of the plot revolves around teenagers in high school because for a lot of Japanese people, that is the best point in their lives before everything gets real and they have to become weird businessmen and like
Machine.
fall asleep on benches drunk.
Yeah.
See, I did that in high school too.
Yeah. Well,
Me and the old bench.
That game does look really good. It's not my kind of game, but I think it looks great.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's definitely
So much style.
The RPG stuff wouldn't work for you, Josh.
Yeah, I was tempted to try. I thought it looked really cool.
that's saying something.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I love
Just
the little-
start with the FF7 remake.
Just start with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Tom, what you been playing?
I'll tell you, I just finally finished Ghost of Tsushima, and
How's that ending? I've heard about it.
I thought it was great.
That game looks awesome.
I loved the entire narrative. If we're talking about story, the story is a simple story, not a lot of twists and turns. You kind of know what you got to do from the beginning, but 60, 70 hours later, it sticks the landing, and it just feels so satisfying. I have to give props to that because if you can make a story like that just very engaging, it's amazing.
What
I love that game.
aspect of that plot really sticks out for you?
It is the constant struggle that the character has to go through with his honor, like doing the honorable thing as far as like combat goes, and then having to resort to the Assassin's Creed model, the stealthy, fucking thievy.
Yeah, I if I played that game, I would just like, nope, no honor here. I'm just gonna,
Right.
Yeah.
I'll stab everyone in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks cool when people get stabbed in that game.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's amputations. The combat system, like I said
The
before, is
combat
pretty good.
gameplay, is that like addicting? Is it good?
It's really good. It stays engaging the whole game.
Is the story as good as Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai?
I haven't actually seen Seven Samurai, and I'm going to say probably not.
Okay.
But
It's funny to me that they have a Kurosawa mode.
Yes, yes.
You made it black and white? Yeah, it's Kurosawa mode. I'm like, it's just black and white. You didn't like...
I played it for about 15 minutes because I'm like, I got to try it out. And they put the film grain effect, but I'd already played like 50 hours of the game.
Yeah.
And you get so attuned to different like the colors that things get highlighted of,
Yep.
resources and enemy silhouettes. You're just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, so like the movie Logan that came out, when you buy the Blu-ray, they actually
Yes.
include a black and white version of the movie because the director intended for it to be a black
Is
and
it
white
good?
film.
Because I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it myself, but
Yeah, I like that movie.
yeah, I love
like
the
it.
movie. I just haven't seen
I
the
like
black
that
and white
movie a lot.
version.
I think it's an overrated movie, but I really like that movie.
No, I think it's great too, but it's
Yeah,
just,
I loved
I
it
don't
when I
hear
saw
anybody
it.
talk about it anymore.
it's just interesting
Yeah,
when
that's-
someone
that's kind of
just throwing a black and
why I
white
think it doesn't work,
mode.
but-
I think it's one of those like fun things to talk about. I don't think most people play through the game, and big fans of Kurosawa and major video gamers. There is an overlap, but if they're a big fan of Kurosawa, they're also going to just be like, that's It's just black and white.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
that's been the main criticism, right? I mean, it's literally just an added-on type of thing.
And they essentially added it after somebody was at a convention and said, like, wow, you should add a black and white
We
mode.
have the
Like,
Kubrick
Chris-
mode. Beethoven's
I'm sure it was
playing.
just as
It's
easy
like-
as changing a few filters.
Oh, yeah.
It's
but
crazy.
To play the Kurosawa mode, just turn your color saturation to this spot on the TV.
Yeah.
Now
Now,
you're
what would be
Kurosawa mode.
what would be interesting is if they did a Kurosawa mode where it was almost like permadeath or something like that. Like if they made it black and white and
Sure.
it felt film grainy and maybe
Like if the most difficult mode in the
Right,
game
yeah, it
was
was
the
Kurosawa.
black
That'd
and
be
white
cool.
mode or something, that'd be cool.
that actually would make sense though, because a lot of the characters in his films, especially Seven Samurai, Yojimbo, stuff like that, they all tend to tends to be very grave and very straightforward. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, if I don't win this, I'm dead. But I'll tell you what, I had a good run.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
basically all of these movies.
I can't recommend this game enough, especially to most of the people on the podcast here, because I think any one of us who are into like the Assassin's Creed style games will like it. And they did announce that there's going to be like a multiplayer mode that they're putting in. I think it's a
I heard
standalone
about that.
thing.
What a great deal! What it just like
Yeah.
free DLC.
Yeah.
It just shows up out of nowhere. What
And
a
it's-
great surprise! And because
And it's a standalone, like not
Yeah.
part of the main game or anything.
That wasn't announced when it came out, was
No.
it?
No.
Just probably the success backed it. So
I wish
I
there
think,
was.
or they had it prepared, but they weren't finished
Yeah.
with it.
I mean,
I wish there was more free DLC.
or
good job,
significant.
Ghosts of
Companies just that are
Tsushima.
expanding
Sucker
updates
Punch.
or like gameplay
Like,
stuff.
we'll give you this whole thing.
Yeah,
Those
I like
are-
that.
Ghost of Shushu.
Sushi.
Shishima.
Yeah.
It's pronounced sushi.
You guys playing Fall Guys?
Tsushima.
Played one
One
maybe
round?
two rounds.
I've
Really?
watched a lot of Let's Plays on it.
Dude, it is fun.
It's fun. I played it. I played it for Gift Horse.
You,
and then
he
I
asked
picked
you
it-
what you played, and you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit,
didn't
man.
say-
Just
Fall
bringing up
Guys.
topic.
So I played it for Gift Horse, which I
Yeah.
have to play, and I played it for like an hour, and then I went back, which I don't do with almost every Gift Horse game because I don't
Yeah.
want to play most of them. But I went back and
Game's
played it
got
again.
replayability.
It's fun, and I think it does the battle royale type thing in a really cool way, and it also just feels like MXC stupid fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
mindless pick up and play. You don't have to be all there.
No, you don't have to be great either. It's jump, it's pull.
Yeah,
It's
it's
mostly
very simple.
controls.
It's very simple.
I hear the team games are the biggest bullshit.
It depends.
Yeah,
It depends.
Because I hear it
And
can
it-
like ruin a whole streak. Like you're
But
doing
it's
really
like-
well on one thing. And
It's like, who cares? The
It is.
The
It's-
whole game doesn't matter.
It's just
it
it's,
is-
it's fun.
You
It's
can get back into another
Yeah.
game right away.
Yeah.
and even when it goes wrong, it's usually funny how it goes wrong. You're like, oh,
Yeah, I know. Laura laughed hysterically at me when I was like, God damn it, I was like right in the lead, now I am last, I
Yeah.
can't even qualify.
I love watching just them all just fucking waddle their way through the level.
They've said that they were inspired by MXC and Wipeout, and then they were holding like a fundraiser. Whoever donated the most money could get a skin in the game. So like some streamers were donating a lot of money, but then Tushy, the bidet company that makes bidets,
awesome.
I forget the number.
I need
they did
one of
like
those.
they did like $420,069.69. And the thing was, ask me
I like
about
that
my butthole.
number.
It was just a shirt the character wore. The last I heard, Tushy was winning because they were like having like a donate.
That is
off.
absolutely wonderful. And
you guys ever use a
It's
bidet?
wholesome, you know.
did you know this is the
Wholesome.
company that made Hatoful Boyfriend?
I tried it once.
I didn't know that.
They made the dating sim where you date pigeons.
Yeah, I couldn't. I watched I tried playing about 5-10 minutes of it and nothing
Hatoful
happened.
Boyfriend.
I
Kate's
couldn't do
excited
that.
about
It's a
playing that
visual
game.
novel. It's
Well,
not really.
it was a
game,
free
in my
game.
opinion. Of course, I get it.
So
Yeah.
Which pigeon did you like?
I don't remember anything about it. Nothing.
changes
Nothing
life.
happened.
I dated all the pigeons. It did get in my head a
clicked
little.
He got
buttons for about
coronavirus.
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's how much I love the
And
pigeon.
nothing happened.
He accidentally dated
They
a
just
bat.
say so many things.
All right. And I did play more Flight Simulator. That's such a great game. Just
You were doing that as Kate was doing her podcast with Better in 3D.
Yep, I was flying over all our vacation areas that we went to in Italy.
You can actually fly over them.
Oh yeah.
So what are you
can fly
playing?
over-
Entire world.
Yeah.
What are you playing on?
How
And
how
I-
much detail?
It's actually pretty good.
It's
What are you playing it on?
How much
PC.
detail?
PC.
it's all
good.
The
Have you not
buildings?
seen it?
Yeah.
So like you can
Maybe
see
a Google-
buildings you were at
Some of them.
Yeah, I flew over my house.
Google Maps makes it.
over
It's
this
there.
house.
Not my childhood house. Like, and I tried to drive.
Try to go to
So
Jackie.
it's literally based off of like how the building looks from the top, unless
Yep.
they know it's an actual landmark, and then they'll put in the detail. So there's stuff at like Disney World that actually has the rendering to it.
That's pretty cool.
If you
Yeah,
tried
it's
to
all
look
satellite
at
based. It's really good.
if you tried to look at like the clock tower over here, you
Neat.
wouldn't find it. You would just find a giant warehouse complex.
Is that going to come to Game Pass?
It is on Game Pass Ultimate.
On PC, it will
It's a
be
PC game.
It'll become an Xbox, the consoles
I'd be curious
later.
to try that.
Yeah, and I did. It has real time weather, so I did try to fly from Shreveport to New Orleans during the hurricane.
Jeez.
And
Wow.
I
So
heard a
that's
lot
like,
of people
that's like the
did.
Dark Souls of Ace Combat.
yeah, and I have everything on easy, and it didn't go well. So it was very tough to fly in the middle of
Do
the
you have like a
hurricane.
unique controller and everything?
No.
Yeah, are you one of those guys? Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
But anyways, put a past
Flight
like
simulator.
a podcast on and go fly. And okay, lastly here, did you guys see going back to Netflix? Did you guys watch that High Score documentary?
I've seen the first
Yeah.
episode.
Nope.
And it was pretty good.
I liked
Where
it a
is it?
lot.
It's on
I
Netflix?
watched all
Yes.
of it.
Most video game documentaries have that like wham bang like crazy editing and like over the top narration.
Or it's like
might think video games
Yeah,
are just
or it's like-
this,
Did
but
Did
they're
you
also
know that? Did you know Pac-Man was made from pizza? And
Yep.
it's a lot of video game documentaries are
pizza.
all.
Oh, they do
just-
that, though.
They're too much. Did you know Donkey Kong was like that? But this one is more tame. They have a lot of like the real creators, and they actually have some
really
nice
good people on
cinematography.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and I rather liked it. And then Carly's like, I wanted to watch that with you. And I said, who are you? And
I
what have you
wanna
done with
watch-
my girlfriend? But she's like, I want to understand more about video games.
It's
like,
Stockholm.
I will wait.
It's
Stockholm.
Yo, good documentaries. You can watch anything almost.
It did surprise me. I did think it was good. I mean, it's something, I don't know if my mom would watch it, but I feel like it would be accessible enough for her. But I also learned
You mean Mrs. W?
things that I didn't know about,
So it actually has like information, because that's the thing I worry
you think
about
it's
the
going to be
most.
like Video Games 101,
Well,
Milk Toast.
Most of these are that. It's
Yes.
just like Donkey Kong was made by Shigeru Miyamoto
Yeah.
in 1981.
And this isn't that. They actually get people like the creators. They have the guy talking about the ET scenario and talking. He's like, "This is when I talk to Spielberg," and you don't say no to Spielberg.
We almost got him for the Dogcast, Howard Scott.
and he approved.
We'll get him next
They talk
year.
about how he
you were going to
approved
say
the game.
Spielberg. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
You must be bored.
Spielberg played ET and approved
He
it.
signed off, yeah.
And they talked to the guys that made like the first hacks of boards to make Space Command, or they made a certain game
Off of Missile Command,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
went on to do.
And because they found
was
out the
cool.
reason they made it harder, like they actually wanted the board to make it harder, was because their arcade wasn't making as much money on the machine because people figured out the patterns. So they decided to go in and change it and make a harder version.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they made more money and they started selling it. They got sued, and that's how they eventually made an official Miss Pac-Man
Yeah.
like license.
Interesting.
They made Ms. Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man, the best Pac-Man game.
It is the best Pac-Man.
Well, it's cool how they talk about how the
Pac-Man
fact
for
they
the
did that in
PlayStation 1
college.
did the platform.
Yes.
As a side gig.
Did you watch the whole thing?
You mean
Yeah.
Pac
Yeah.
All
World,
of it.
you bitch?
right away, like
Yeah.
that night.
It's great. They had like a
Sure.
I played Pac World.
But
Yeah, I've
they had
seen
an
the
episode where they
show.
talked to Roberta Williams, who never does
Sierra?
interviews.
No.
Yeah. So
Yeah?
they did, like the beginning of
I was gonna say I don't know that name, but if it's Tom, he's talking about Sierra.
But I also liked, they interviewed people who, especially the first episode, people who were like marginalized or not necessarily represented.
The dude who
a
made the
lot.
Fairchild Channel.
Yes,
F,
black
and
dude.
Instead of interviewing Todd Rogers, they interviewed like the female who got the highest score on a game.
Yep.
I forget which game
Space
it was.
Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Yep.
Yeah, people that were marginalized that deserved like because the person who made the first cartridge was the guy who made the Fairchild Channel F.
Channel F, yep.
I wasn't aware of that.
They had his family on, and that I thought that was a great story.
Well, damn, now I've got something
check it
to
out.
watch tomorrow. That's
It's actually it's worth watching.
good.
As someone who has like watched a lot of shitty I love the 80s like quippy over the top narration stuff, like this one's really good actually.
Yeah, I just can't handle like you like games, right?
Yeah.
Shigeru
don't you?
Miyamoto was born in Japan.
He made
And
Mario.
I'll go, yes, I do like video games.
Yeah.
Video game.
All right, everybody.
I hope they make more episodes. Actually,
Of video games?
They.
High Score. You can see.
love
I
an
could see a
episode of
season
video
2.
Oh yeah, they will.
The Dogcast is
Put all my
actually
money on it.
producing season 2 is what I heard.
We'll see what we can
Low
do.
Score.
Have them call our people. All right, well, let's take a quick break and then let's come back and talk about the topic of the show: our most frustrating, annoying, dumb enemies from games that we love. Are you guys ready for this?
I am, yeah.
All right.
I'm so frustrated.
Well, how about you listen to these cool shows from the Greenlit Podcast Network and sturdy yourselves and get ready
This might calm me down.
because it's going to be great. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, Lassie, what are you doing here? Timmy's in a well. Sequelcast 2 and Friends is a podcast looking at movies in a franchise, one film at a time, like Harry Potter, Hellraiser, and The Hobbit. And sometimes the hosts talk about video games and TV as well. And now it's part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Oh, Lassie, we don't need to rescue Timmy. He likes the well enough, I guess. Darth Vader is Luke's father. Lassie, I told you to lay off the spoilers.
This is Super Nintendads. You know I don't like Dr. Mario. I think he's a fraud back alley doctor.
Am I very happy to be here.
With the help of a doula, you can do anything in the tub. You're looking at the Nintendo knitting machine. Do you feel that I abused you by making you play Night Trap?
I challenge you guys to a dance-off at McDonald's tomorrow's.
What have I done? Sweetie says, what have I done? Super Nintendads Entertainment Podcast. Every week right here on Greenlit.
All right, everybody.
And we're back.
We're back. God, it's so great to be back with you.
Fuck me.
Did we let the people know that the entire Dogcast crew is here today?
We're all here.
Yeah. We're all here to talk about things.
We're here, drink
kinda
beer, get used to it.
All right.
I'm
yeah.
at about 50%, so maybe, just count me half here. So
Guys,
it's like 3.5.
I think it'd be great if we just had a conversation about all this dumb, cheap, fucking, frustrating, throw your controller at a wall inducing enemies
some
in
of these
video games.
some of
Mom,
these
I got to
ene-
return this game.
Some of these enemies, you never see it coming.
Oh my god. Yes.
Well, we need to make a distinction. We're not talking about enemies that are we talking about enemies we're frustrated and mad at, or enemies that are cheap and they just take advantage of you. Because I think flea men
really?
are cheap, but Father Gascoigne is just teaching you.
Right, yeah, I would never bring up a boss from Bloodborne or something or a Dark Souls boss.
Because there's a
We're
difference
talking
between
about,
cheap and frustrating.
We're talking about just basic ass fucking enemies. We're just like, oh, this piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of with this one too.
Okay.
Just cheap bitch enemies that can kill you no matter what if you're just not paying attention for a millisecond.
Boom.
Or if you are paying attention and they still
yeah,
fucking...
you're like, come on, man.
Especially when you're paying
just-
attention and they kill you.
You just
Yeah.
And then your
explode out of
girlfriend's
nowhere
watching
and
and
you're
you're
like,
like,
fuck!
Yep.
What was that?
And I'm like,
I
I
was
didn't-
flawless.
I didn't throw the controller. I gently lofted it onto the couch.
So I'll go ahead and start. I'll start with the one that I have been using as an example through this whole exercise, and that is the Medusa heads from Castlevania, the Castlevania series. Love the Castlevania series.
that is almost
Hate the clock
intolerable.
towers.
Hate
in the Castlevania series.
I mean, love the music of the
intolerable.
clock towers, but if it weren't for the fucking Medusa heads, maybe I'd like those levels a little bit more.
You
Well,
know,
you basically have to memorize their spawn points and when they spawn. And so it's just fucking frustrating.
Right, unless if you're playing the NES games and you move just a little bit
Yep.
off screen and then they just respawn.
they
when
have
come back.
they have a movement pattern that you think you can predict, but
Yeah.
the way they go up and down,
like a sine
somehow,
wave.
yeah,
Yeah.
It manages to always get you off the 1st couple tries. And it's like, is Medusa not annoying enough? If you like see her, if she hits you, you're gonna get like
Right.
stone hit, but they're also flying at you now
And
paralyzed.
The whole I don't get it because you have to cut Medusa's fucking head off to kill her. Why are there disembodied fucking Medusa heads? They should not be able to exist.
Yeah, I agree with that as like a point of contention.
Thanks, Dylan.
I will say the thing that frustrates me the most about those early Castlevania games, and I've beaten the first 3 recently, actually, for the first time. I gotta say,
Grant the Nasty.
I'll tell you what, the most frustrating part about it is that's me. That's my name. That's my
Grant the
plan.
Nasty. My name's Grant. Grant
I
the
grant,
Nasty.
I grant the nasty. But what I was going to say is, it's not just the fact that they hit you and damage you. That could be one thing, but everything that hits Simon Belmont literally launches him backwards.
The knockback.
And if you're on a screen and you fall off the screen, it's not like there's a place to land
You're
beneath there.
dead.
It's just immediately dead.
Right.
And especially in the clock tower stages.
Yes. If the knockback did not occur, if that was not programmed in the game, I would not
Yes.
call the Medusa heads pieces of shit.
It's frustrating also in Symphony of the Night because you're climbing up this clock tower. You get hit, you get paralyzed, and you drop down.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
you get
hit
hit
stone,
more.
yeah. Yep.
There's not an iteration where I find these guys charming.
No, you're not like, oh, finally, there you are, Medusa
You're like,
heads.
oh, there you are. You're here again.
Yep, and even Bloodstained, they're not Medusa heads, but they're a different.
They're little swoopy things with like dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we know what you are, you motherfucker.
And you can never get their hitboxes right, even though you feel like you're slashing into them or whipping them.
The only option is to do like myself and my shadow and just drop those paintings around you. So
Myself and my shadow.
Thank you.
Yeah, so fuck you, Medusa heads. Who's next?
I'll go next and talk about Halo 2. Y'all aren't Halo 2 players, but if you play Halo 2 on Legendary, which is what everyone strives to do, like the hard mode, there are jackal snipers. And granted, it's a level of realism. You come around a corner, if you're exposed to a sniper, they will headshot you immediately.
I mean, how good are dog people at?
The Kigyar are pretty good. They're actually taller than humans. They had a separate evolutionary line.
I got it. Okay.
Oh, really? All right. Did we diverge? Do we have like a?
I made up the evolutionary line part because I wanted to keep talking smart. But they're the Kigyar. They're like bird people, but their bodies are weak, so they're better at like other things like long
Getting up
distance
to high
sniping.
places and
they're agile.
Yeah,
but
prey.
it's cheap because you'll be having a good run and you get one-shotted from across the map, and the only way to fight them is to know they're going to be there. Which, again, I guess it's an element of realism, but I don't ever remember feeling like they were justified or fun.
That sounds like bullshit.
It's pretty much bullshit. I don't like you, Jackal Snipers. I'm never fond of running into you. You're much better as like the brawlers with the shields.
I almost thought you said Hugh Jackman snipers.
Huge.
If Hugh Jackman made a sniper where he played a Kigyar, I could get into it.
Sorry.
Hey, bud. I'm a jackal.
I'm a jackal.
My name's Wolverine.
Sneaked right, bro.
That's right.
I guess the only thing else I have to say is fuck you, Jackal Snipers.
Fuck you.
I've never liked you, and I'm not fond of you, so please leave the game.
That's a good one.
Thanks, Bradley.
Snipers in any game, really, like they.
Oh
piss
my
me the
god,
fuck off.
yeah.
Well, even the battle between you and the Quiet and Phantom Pain
yep.
was a little more like I did enjoy facing the end in Metal Gear Solid 3, but facing
Because you
the
turned your
Quiet-
console clock ahead.
No, I didn't.
You cheater.
It's too good of an Easter egg, though.
That's such a good ending.
Just wait a while, he'll die. Literally.
No, I actually got him by sneaking up on him, which is not the easiest thing to do, but it's not the hardest.
I think the tougher thing to
either.
do is to snipe him in an earlier cutscene.
Yeah,
Because you can do that, too.
on the harbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dylan.
Oh, I'm gonna say, and this is kind of a blanket statement, just for RPGs, and we're talking turn-based. Any enemy that can either multiply itself and split, or any enemy that can call more of its buddies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I can't handle it. I don't think it's an interesting game mechanic.
Yeah.
And I'm talking just from gameplay standpoints. I don't think it's, one, challenging for the most part, unless you're playing certain Dragon Quests. And also, I don't find it to be fun
No.
and engaging, and it just seems like bad design philosophy. They even added this.
What's
in
a
the
good
7th
example of one of those? Is that the
I don't think there
Flan
is.
from Final Fantasy?
Slimes from Dragon Quest.
Okay, yep.
Or like wolves. Wolves tend to call upon their brethren in these games. Like in Earthbound, dogs will often call for more of their brothers. And I just don't think it's interesting. And there have been situations where it's just like, you missed your attack. Now so-and-so calls two of his buddies in, and you're just like, I was so close to being wiped out, and now I'm just done.
Sure.
It's over. I'm getting wiped. And especially when games were a little bit more difficult, especially RPGs, that breaks the game. I just think it's unacceptable. These days, they still do it.
I ran into one in Persona. My first boss battle at Kamoshida's castle. He keeps summoning more of the extra baddies.
Oh, yeah.
Not he
That's
does.
a
It's
little-
not him. It's like a boss there, though.
That's a little bit different. Like when a boss does it, I'm kind of like, well, that's part of the strategy. There's something you have to work around. But when it's just fodder, I don't find it all that engaging. It's just like you're supposed to kill all the minions to get to the boss to find the real challenge.
Do you have a message you would send to these multiplying bastards?
Yeah.
Stop multiplying. Get spayed. Get neutered. Let's see.
It's good advice.
I mean,
Not just for
better
enemies.
reproduction habits in general. How about that?
Right, or feel confident in yourself where you don't have to call in backup all the time.
I mean,
Believe in
you
yourself.
slay that wolf.
Stand up by yourself.
You slay that wolf, and I'll tell you what, like, he just called in a few of his friends. You're also like, come on, wolves, I'm wearing, like, big bronze armor. You're not going to damage me, fuckers.
Right.
Then you kick
It's
them.
going to kill more of your...
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
and they go extinct.
You're just bringing your other friends to the slaughter.
It's
It doesn't seem
it's
fair.
really selfish.
It is.
It's pretty selfish.
Josh.
Similar on respawning the recent Doom games.
God, there's some frustrating enemies in there.
Arc,
there are.
The Arc Bile, or I think it's called the Arc Bile, and he looks like a evil, burning, flaming, evil Groot.
From
Kinda.
Eternal, or was he in the first
He's in.
16?
He looks like Groot, the tree guy.
Kind of looks like.
Okay.
Looks like him.
All right, yeah.
Thinking about it, but
I don't think he was
very
in Doom.
evil, demonic. The Arc Bile was definitely into.
Oh, okay. And what is this? What does this character do?
Let's say you know some of the waves of baddies are a shit ton of dudes, and you're just unleashing, and you take out say fucking 30 dudes, and you're like, all right, this wave's got to be getting close to getting done. You're like, Jesus Christ, like. You going through them, you're like, I got this, and you're like, why? What the fuck? Where are all these guys coming from? God damn it. Then you finally get around the corner, and this dude's just standing there with his arms wide up and arms wide open.
Oh my God,
on
Scott
fire,
Stapp, no.
And he's just summoning more and more fucking baddies and demons and such. And you're like, no wonder I fucking killed all these guys for nothing. And this dude was hiding around the corner. And a lot of times in the game, he's just hiding in a corner.
Yep.
And you can't see him.
It's a puzzle.
You don't know it.
I do.
And you're running around the whole level just taking out baddies. Because in that game, you stick and move. You are just going everywhere.
If there's one thing that feels good about that enemy type, it's when they're really fucking weak and you find them and you're like, fuck you.
Thing
Like
is, they're
when you
not
run into
like
a
tear,
one-hit
baby.
kill.
Like when you run into a bell ringer in
That worked.
Bloodborne, you're
Yes.
like, you're dead now. You're dead.
You're the first one to go.
Because this
Stick
guy-
that
this guy's a pain in the
saw cleaver
ass.
right to it,
Yeah.
baby.
Yep.
Like you get in, you know, and squeeze that blood punch in. Like you don't, you know, you need to, you know, he's not just, he doesn't go down with a few shots. Like,
Well, there's a
and
part
then he'll just all of a sudden, you know, disappear. He's across the other side of the level. It's like, you motherfucker. And then
Yeah.
you got 10 dudes.
That's fucking cheap, man.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Fucking cheap.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's a great example of recent games playing that
Sure.
popped in mind.
What would you say to him if you had a chance to say something to him?
Fuck you, Steve.
Steve.
fucking Steve. Steve is a great name for someone you hate.
Absolutely.
very
An even
good.
better name for an enemy in Doom.
Gorgamoth, Azimuth, Steve.
Thought he was evil Groot.
my name is Dennis Caleb McCoy.
You named him after my boyfriend?
Please no, I have a mother.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
What do you got, Tom?
Let's go on, Josh. I'm going to go mine the depths of Dark Souls, if I may.
Oh fuck, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Ours might be one of the same.
And I'm going to go with one of the cutest enemies in the game.
Oh my
If you
god,
call
it
it.
is.
And it's the Basilisk,
The chameleon guys who turn you to stone, yes.
who curse you
Turn you to stone.
and turn you
Willow
to...
shit.
They turn you to stone.
This was on
Troll
this
2
was one of
shit.
my three.
Was it? Okay.
No Bog
So
Street.
we can talk about this. You get to a point in the game, and you encounter this little kind of lizardy, froggy looking creature with these big bulbous eyes that aren't actually his eyes, but
It's a tactic for evolution.
yes. But this motherfucker can jump up and just like blow this smoke in your face that curses you. You turn
Blow
to
the
stone. You
smoke.
die immediately.
If you stay in the smoke for too long.
Yes.
Now,
get
if you
cursed.
can dodge away and you can let that bar reduce, you're fine.
Yes, depending on your build, I mean, it fills up pretty quick, so you got to get the fuck out. But
High resistance is what you want.
yeah, and then when you get cursed, not only do you die, you get your life halved, and you can't. I don't know. You can't rectify that unless you go get your curse lifted, which is
That's a gargoyle bell tower, right?
I believe so.
And nobody wants to go to the Gargoyle
You get yourself,
Bell Tower.
I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah, it is at the bell tower. Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's the Gargoyle Bell Tower, yeah.
So anyways, imagine you're playing Bloodborne. All of a sudden, you encounter this enemy that fucking kills you and halves your life.
And now imagine nobody in the game tells you how to get it back.
Well, what would you say to this
Think
character,
off a
Tom?
giggle.
It's true.
I'd say, Dear Basilisk, lick my nuts. I hate you.
In my replays,
Billy
I'm able
Basilisk,
to deal with
fuck
them
you.
deftly. I am so careful in that area that I just know where they are, and I can just fucking wreck them.
So you mentioned Bloodborne. I'm going to talk about Bloodborne. Now, I think almost every enemy conceived in that game is
pretty fair.
It's well thought out, and when you die, there's a good reason.
Yes.
I need to bring up these assholes called the Winter Lanterns.
Oh.
They're these walking set of eyes, and the moment they notice you, your frenzy meter goes up very fast. Even if you're wearing some fucking choice frenzy-resistant armor, it goes up fast. After you kill them, your frenzy meter goes up for a while even then. And, I can appreciate what they were going for. These enemies, they force the knowledge upon you, and it's causes frenzy instead of insight. Like, you're not ready for it. And I can appreciate the concept, but it's so ill-conceived the way that this is like a status effect put on you. You're running about doing your own business, and like you're in the Nightmare Frontier, and out of nowhere you see this enemy, you backstab it, turns around and instant kills you.
Yep.
Even when you kill it, it still insta kills you.
Yeah.
You pound through sedatives, you're lucky if you don't die. And I think they are cheap. And I believe almost every enemy in Bloodborne I can deal with. Even the kidnappers, I hate you. You kill me too often.
Oh, the fucking cat. I forgot.
But
about
I think
the
they're
kidnappers.
meant to be too
They're
difficult
big old
because
sacks.
they're meant to kill you, though, because they want you to wind up in this unseen village. So
Because it's a main part of the game.
the Winter Lanterns are too difficult.
I agree.
And if I could say anything to them, it'd be like, mind your own business, Winter Lanterns. You're like Karen's looking for someone having fun at a party, and you're just calling the frenzy on them. It's like,
Fucking Karen.
leave us alone, man. We're not even bothering you. We don't want to kill you. We just want to run past you because we know you suck so much.
Yeah.
So close your eyes, turn around, and just fuck off. Thank you.
Isn't that whole game supposed to be annoyingly difficult?
No.
There's
There's nothing truly annoying about it. It's literally just fair challenge.
Yeah, except for them. Everything else is fair challenge. But them, you will go out of your way to do anything to get around them, and they'll still kill you.
There's always a way to level yourself up in a lot of these games. And even if you were the worst player, you could grind and grind until you got so good that you could eventually defeat the things you're facing. But for the most part, the winter... Those guys fucking suck.
Fuck them guys.
Yep. On JG's Gaming Tavern on Instagram also
Agrees.
agrees with you. So there you go.
I've got another one. The Hammer Bros.
I was going to ask.
Yeah,
Mario
they were on
Brothers.
my short list.
They have an RNG that is annoying.
I've always been good with them.
I cannot handle them. I think that, first of all, especially when you in Mario 3, when you get into those mini boss type of stages,
Oh, yeah. I get them every
the
time.
way they throw hammers, it's not. There's no pattern.
It's
There's
tough.
literally no pattern. I'm sorry. The amount of times I've observed it, the amount of times I've played this video game, there are no patterns to the Hammer Bros. And
I
it
never felt that way
almost-
either. No.
There might be. I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue.
I may have,
But
always had
I haven't
good
seen
luck.
it. But maybe you just charged right in and
I
you
do
got
charge.
it.
I charge right away.
That might be the key to it because I think too much.
They don't have set. They don't have
honestly-
set patterns though, because I've
Yeah.
watched speedrun videos where there are variable things in speedrunners are running where like it did this fucking pattern, and it slows them down by 0.1 second.
Yep.
But I mean, it's
crazy.
It's not set in stone, and they'll throw far, then they'll move back, they'll throw short.
Mario 1, definitely Hammer Bros.
Mario 1
probably the
Hammer
worst.
Bros are the worst.
But I
Period.
still was
Well,
always
because your
good
sprite
with
is
them.
so much bigger too. That's also the thing. Your hitbox is a lot larger.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of Mario. What's the worst? Like, there's got to be a simple character that's just always nagging.
Do you have one? Did you ever?
And that was kind of what popped to mind the most. But I'm like, honestly, maybe it was just simply a lazy, slow shell.
There's,
Fuck you, Nabbit.
I think that it's just sad that they can't do anything by themselves either. They always have to like be a pair.
I mean, when you face them in like the early stages, it's just one dude, but he's jumping up and down and he's throwing hammers.
Often they'll be like, often there's two of them.
Yeah.
For a character that their direct enemy is someone who jumps on top of them, they have a surprising amount of defense on the top of them.
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot of ways to kill them.
Yeah, as soon as you jump, they could be throwing a hammer
throw
right up your ass.
They could be throwing the hammer right there.
Where are they keeping these hammers?
And
they got a turtle shell, man. Turtle shells are pretty magical.
You are kind of the authority on turtles around here, so
yeah. Come on, man.
Josh is literally the I like turtles.
They love pizza.
You ever
and
seen
hammers.
the turtle guy from Master of Disguise? Since you've lost weight, you look a little more like him.
I've never seen that movie, and I never will. I love Dana Carvey.
If you lost 20 more pounds, you'd look a little like
I
him.
had such a crush on Jennifer Esposito.
No, you're looking skinny.
Bill and Ted 3 or Master of Disguise?
Bill and Ted 3.
I never saw Master of Disguise, and I never will.
Bill and Ted 3
This is going to be so funny when I see the movie and I judge it.
That's a good one. Before we move on, let's go through some of our listeners and get some of their ideas of what they thought were cheap, frustrating, and hateful enemies. Matty J goes, friend of the podcast. He says, "Don't forget the Igor/Fleamen from the first Castlevania." And I'd say all Castlevania.
You could say all of Castlevania 1 is in the annoying group.
Pretty much.
The Fleamen during the Frankenstein boss fight, to be perfectly honest,
not a great time for them to make an appearance.
Fucked me up.
I'd rather flee, man.
Justin Brown commented, he said the suicide psychos in Borderlands 2 were abundant enough to catch me off guard and blow me up once in a while in a big firefight.
That's the problem
Those
with
guys are assholes.
FPSs,
Yeah,
I agree.
Mark Nino, executive producer. Diablo 3's grotesques, essentially Call of Duty's martyrdom passive going off constantly.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't remember them.
Executive producer Brian Ward mentions microtransactions.
That was a good one. Yeah,
they always sneak up on you when you're like not looking.
I was hitting the most expensive enemies.
Oh, they stole my wallet.
Complete this dungeon by spending $5. Damn it.
So Daniel Lubinsky says Mets from Mega Man, especially when they camp on ledges you need to jump to.
Yeah.
Which one are the Mets?
Are those the hard hat dudes?
I'm just thinking whatever's flying in that game.
Oh,
anything.
are they the one? Yeah, the ones with the medic hats, the ones with the plus symbols.
I'm looking up
because those do suck.
Yeah,
I would say my least favorite enemy from a Mega Man game are the disappearing platforms.
Oh yes.
The enemy is spatial awareness or something.
Let's fight a dragon.
The enemy is purely spatial awareness.
Yes.
At each time, but they can
very
small
good
when Mega Man gets hit, he also jumps like Simon Belmont.
Well,
so he pushes off.
essentially, it's like trying to pitch for someone that's got no hitting box, or like
hold on.
That's that baseball term, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Hitting box,
the strike zone.
My hand is like this.
It's
Ken Griffey's hitting box.
It's trying to throw a strike when there's no strike zone with those guys. They're so small, they're just annoying.
Well, there's no like crouch.
and you try and go past them, they're going to just chip away a little bit of your health.
Yeah.
And they're easy, but they suck if you don't take the time.
I agree. Yeah. It's like if Goombas could fire lasers out of their mouths.
Yes.
Don't give them any ideas.
Mega Man's got a lot of enemies, though, that know how to
it's difficult
stay away and just like be annoying.
Mega Man 11 actually amps that up to the 11th degree. There are a lot of enemies that are based off of speed and the gears that you use in the game. Because there's one gear that you can use which makes your attacks more powerful.
Like a Metal Gear?
Like slow down
Metal
speed.
Gear?
Slow down time, essentially.
Mega Gear.
Mega Man, is that you?
I'm going to go back to some of our flying enemies again, because apparently I hate all flying enemies.
Most flying enemies suck.
Yeah, the first Ninja Gaiden.
Unless you're Waka.
Yes.
The
Waka Waka.
Birds.
What's that?
Yeah, the birds.
The
in
birds.
Ninja Gaiden.
The birds
Any of
are
them.
pretty much any flying animal in Ninja Gaiden.
The first Ninja Gaiden?
Yes.
Okay.
Or most Ninja Gaidens.
Yeah,
All
I
the
agree.
Ninja
Don't they
Gaiden.
drop stuff on you?
They don't drop anything, but they respawn
that
and they
Ninja Gaiden
fucking
2?
just come
Oh yeah,
in.
and then when you get hit, they respawn.
Yeah, because
And
they knock you back.
And you just can't do it.
I hate them.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
I hate them so much.
They change their patterns depending on how afraid I am.
You guys have no idea.
Caca.
Very angry at them. So fuck you, birds from Ninja Gaiden.
What would you say to them?
All they do is
if
shit
you
on your
met
car.
one of those birds, because I'm a big bird fan, so be careful.
Really?
What you say?
Bird shit on cars.
Ornithologist?
I really like birds. Allie won't let me
spread
keep
disease.
pigeons.
You
so-
should never keep pigeons.
Why?
I've had a bat at...
Have you ever played that game where you date pigeons, though?
Yeah, we know what choices you made.
I fucked one of those pigeons.
Did he fuck the pigeon?
Oh, did he?
I fucked the handsome one, not the gross one.
We
I had a
apologize for the
bat
content
attack
of this
me at Drafty
podcast.
the other day.
Follow us at...
Yeah, I would say I don't like you, birds. Stop shitting on my Jeep. And stop knocking me into fucking bottomless
Why'd you
pits.
get a black Jeep?
I'm so...
Yeah, I got a black
You should have a
car,
white
too.
Jeep with like little black spots everywhere.
See.
Guys, yeah.
Yeah, a Dalmatian Jeep.
I want a car that's bird shit color.
Why
I'm
does
gonna
your
game
Jeep
the
look like a
system.
Dalmatian?
So
For the bird shit.
in some games, like you'll be going happily along and there's regular like scaled bosses, and then out of nowhere there's something that is for no reason
Super...
way beyond anything you've
Yep.
done, and it's not that they're more skilled. It's just that they just like we're cranking the health up and the damage up, and there's nothing different about them. It's just they're not a fair enemy.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about you, Lu Bu from Dynasty Warriors 2. Lu Bu.
Lu who?
Lu who? Lu Bu.
Oh.
I mean, Lu Bu is a piece of shit.
Gesundheit.
So here you are, you're Zhang Fei, you're Guan Yu, you're going about your fucking business, right? And you're fighting Guang Liang, you're doing what you do, you're fighting a war.
You got 800 fucking people in your face.
And it is it's not a great game looking back on it, but it was impressive back then. But then Lu Bu shows up and literally just can one-shot you. You have to run away scared shitless. It's almost impossible to take him down unless you want to be extremely cheap and just shoot arrows from as far away as possible. Which I did.
Cheese him, man.
And, you know, it's like, make him tough, make him have a few better moves, but don't just give him what everyone else has and just turn all of his stats up. That's not interesting. Yeah. It's not good game design. And it's bullshit. Lu Bu, no one likes you. Like, no one invited you to the party. You keep coming.
Nobody invited Lu Bu.
No one likes it when he shows up.
Nobody likes him. I hate him. Piece of shit.
You know what? Boo you, Lu Bu.
Oh, no.
Boo to you.
Boo hoo.
Soak that in, buddy.
Dylan, how about you?
I'm actually going to say most of Sekiro.
Amen to that one.
So I am literally on the last boss. Cannot defeat him. I'm so sorry.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me. I literally don't have the concentration. If someone could send me Adderall, that'd be great. Thank you so much. But
Cocaine.
most of that game is reactionary. There's reaction and then split-second action. So what you're doing is you're responding to a bunch of attacks from an enemy, and then you're moving in, and if you don't move in for the attack at the right time, you're fucked. There's a character in this game. He's known as the Guardian Ape, and you face him, and he's pretty rough. He can take out a lot of your health, and health is hard to come by in this game because 2 or 3 hits, you're fucking done no matter what. And you can dodge around this ape, and you keep fighting him, and eventually you cut off his head. And it says, prey slain or whatever. And then you're like, okay, cool. What's going on? Why don't I get my little currency that most Dark Souls games give me? Well, he turns into like a ghost version of himself, picks up his own head, and now he has like laser attacks, and
Oh my god.
there's a whole second stage to it. And I got really angry because what happened is after I defeated him, I'm like, great, now I can pee. And I walked away.
Oh no.
And then when I came back, I was dead, and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, and then I see him holding
I
his
have
head
to shit.
above me as
Yeah.
if to like mock me. And I'll say, hey, I'll tell you where to put that head. Right in your beehole.
I had heard that was a...
How far did you get in Sekiro?
Oh, I'm still...
Tom didn't get past the title screen.
Pretty much, no. I died like 5 times.
He could have come up with a name for his character. He was wanting it to be so real.
I had to like use
Turns
the
out you're
SS...
named Wolf.
I'd use the SS flashlight.
Turns out it's
3 times.
pronounced W-E-G. Wagner, not Wagner.
I just got to the bull. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, the bull. Yeah,
I'm done here.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say,
the
bullshit.
bull is pretty rough. Honestly, Brad, I think you would like Sekiro, but I can't I can't tell you after you got through Bloodborne that this is like the place for you.
No, I'm not ready for it. I have Persona 5 on my plate for the next month. So I don't want to. I don't want recommendations. I want everyone to leave me alone game wise. Just let me Persona 5 it up.
You want to masturbate to your waifu? I get it.
I think Ryuji is going to be my boy.
You're gonna you can't fuck
really?
Ryuji.
My waibu, I call him.
You haven't got no.
It's husbando.
You just wait. You just wait.
Yeah.
Who's yours, Tom? I gotta ask. Who's your waifu? And it's Makoto.
Makoto. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we're agreed. I call her Motorcycle Bay.
All right, I'm going to close my ears, but you guys predict who my waifu will be, and then I'll say it later, okay?
Oh, this one's easy. It's on. Yeah.
Done.
Okay, I'm going to bring it up later, and we'll find out. I didn't hear it yet. I wonder who it will be. I don't want to be spoiled.
Wow, we were like immediately like we looked at each other, and it was immediately like, yeah, that's Brad's. Yeah.
Joker's dad.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, turn of events.
Yeah, it's a whole gay porn scenario.
Talk about cheap enemies. I couldn't even bang the guy.
Fuck, dude.
All right, moving on. Who's next? Who's got one?
Gears of War. Annoying enemy that's not that bad. It's just annoying. Tickers.
Tickers.
All of a sudden, you get like 10 tickers, and you gotta listen to a little ticker noise.
Tickers, the buzz.
Yeah,
careful now.
And like they don't damage you that much, even when they do explode. But it's enough sometimes to kill you. You're like, what the fuck? Where'd it come from?
They gang up on you.
Yeah.
That reminds me of an enemy.
They are an annoying enemy.
They are. If you were Marcus Phoenix, what would you say to it?
Ah, fuck.
Don't make me blind you with my bald head. And then he takes off his bandana.
I've listened to Limp Bizkit for the past 2 hours. Do you want to fuck with me?
I'm five-fingered.
You know I'm the voice
all
of
the way
Bender,
up
right?
Ticking
I
ass.
did it all for the nookie. Come on.
But
so you're talking mostly about like swarming enemies. I feel like that's what
But they do come up from behind you, and you can't see them. And
so I've also been playing a game called Remnant from the Ashes, and there is a part in that game. It's pretty early on, which normally this is a very good game, and it's literally you're in this sewer area and it's swarms of enemies, and eventually you're just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, I like this game. What the fuck is it trying to do to me? Have you played that one, Tom?
I haven't. I wanted to check it out. It's like Dark Souls and a roguelike all in one.
It's
Ish,
barely
right?
even that.
Okay.
I think it's a fantastic game. It plays wonderfully. You might actually really like it.
I saw it on Game Pass.
Game Pass. Do you have Game Pass?
I do not, but I will get that eventually.
So Remnant from the Ashes, it might be up his alley in terms of a Dark Souls game style.
Yeah,
like
there are guns in it, right?
It's guns and swords.
Guns and swords are both neat, even at the same time.
Agreed. And this one functions very well, but whenever there are swarm enemies, and especially if there's one enemy in the swarm enemies that can explode,
just too much.
I understand why it's there for challenge sake, but at the same time, you're just kind of like, I was zoning out. What are you doing to me? I'm just trying to listen to a podcast. The Flood in Halo, that's another version of that.
Yeah.
I like them.
They're really cool.
I don't know. It's such a great twist when you're going straight forward and the game is, you think you understand the enemies, and then they're like, new enemy, bitch. Run away, full speed, back up. You're like just spending the entire level backing up and slowly assault rifling the enemies. Sure. But it makes you use different weapons you probably haven't been using as much. And it generates real terror. Now, they are cheap, though. They're fucking cheap.
Yeah. I remember playing the first Ninja Gaiden reboot on the original Xbox. And I don't know if you guys ever played that, but there were these ninjas with these fucking firecrackers that would swarm you, and they would just throw these like sticks of dynamite, and they would just stick in your body just constantly, just out of nowhere, and you would just explode and just,
That's a great idea for like a grenade. Like it's attached to something that'll like a dart that'll stick in your body, so it'll stick you and
sticky bomb.
I mean,
so Sekiro is the sequel to Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox.
I've heard the Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox is extremely brutal.
It's rough. I watched a friend beat it.
Talking original Xbox?
And we literally celebrated.
I do after that game.
We went out and we got donuts.
Yeah.
Like, because that was a real achievement. Because you couldn't force your way through that at all.
I finished that game, and my buddy, his college professor, came and interviewed me because she was doing her thesis on video games and difficult video games. And she was like, You know somebody who beat Ninja Gaiden? Yeah, I got into
That's actually... I would love to read that thesis now. That's
yeah.
really
I'm just like, it's just
You met someone who beat the credit sequence in Nier Automata without calling for help.
You got 50,000 double dragon.
Yeah, right.
Someone had to do it.
Someone had to.
And I just
Otherwise,
said,
they couldn't have gotten that far.
California.
That's a lie, actually.
All right, who's going next?
I don't like...
Who's got any more?
Well, something that's kind of a cheap enemy in the Final Fantasy series. If we're going to knock on any bad guy from Final Fantasy...
Go ahead, because I got one.
I'm going for the Malboros.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is, granted, I like that as a concept, like, all right, this is a mean motherfucker that shows up in every game near the end.
Breathes on you, yeah.
Breathes on you and gives you every single status effect. And it is fun to see your characters panic. But what essentially happens is if you don't have something that is going to nullify those status effects, you're essentially instantly dead. It's very hard to get 3 people status affected with everything and come back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Confusion will fuck you the most. Everything else is picking away at you.
Yep.
Generally, you'll have a character with ribbon and a heal all or something at that point if you're smart. But it's something that just keeps showing up that I think is kind of cheap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And can I pile on any character or boss in Final Fantasy that can reduce your party to like 1 hit point out of the blue?
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's not
almost to a scripted degree,
not,
but
it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And then you have to quickly get your mage up and ready to just like heal everyone. It's
Yeah,
like,
and you're
okay,
spending like
spread it
20
out.
rounds fucking just trying to play catch up and keeping everybody healed before you can attack again. And oh my god!
And also Sephiroth, because he makes Keiichi die for no reason. So fuck you, because Keiichi was the best character in that game.
I think I like Sephiroth.
I
now.
only grieve for Moogie.
Yeah, fucking Moogie. Listen to our Final
I only
Fantasy
agree
VII
with
episode to find out
I only
how
agree
much Reeve loves Mookie.
He loves Moogie. He fucks Moogie. I can tell.
all the time,
Dude, you
can't
think-
wait for the next fucking chapter. It's gonna be great.
You're gonna. Everyone's gonna love. That's gonna be everyone's favorite character. I don't think they thought this remake through.
Yeah. Hey, check out our interview with John Eric Bentley.
Definitely check it out.
Dogcast
Well, that'll be
nomination.
the best part because Barrett's cool. You know, I keep thinking, and one of the things that Allie actually, super producer Allie,
Oh yes.
she actually said that Seymour on Mount Gagazet, he fucking was awful. He's the only boss in that game I actually had trouble with.
I remember doing that fight many
I
times.
can't you have Titus cast haste.
I remember
on
nothing
everyone,
about it.
and then everyone has to be pretty much at full health. But he has moves that can just wipe the floor with you if you're not properly leveled.
Yeah.
Top fan Brian Ward also mentioned Fall Guys. Just all of them. All those little bastards are cheap.
I learned
are.
through another podcast today that canonically they're all 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
I like that.
That's ridiculous.
which means
their proportions
the
are
fall
just.
Did you know that
they're not little pill men.
the robots from Nier Automata are going to be skins? They just tweeted at Yoko Taro, can we use Nier Automata skins in Fall Guys?
what the fuck does that mean?
Well, they're like characters. They're going to
Are
have
they
like
going to be sexy?
like, no, like the robots, not the androids.
Oh,
Which are gonna move right.
Oh, that's fine.
Become as guys.
Because when
That'd be
you,
okay.
when you said that, I pictured like a sexy pill man.
No,
and it
no.
kinda grossed me
It's
out.
like they're actually the right shape for like the robot.
Yeah,
like,
they
characters.
are. They're
and
the
it's funny
exact
because they
shape.
can like walk weird and like jump bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. That's pretty funny. They all kind of look like old toys, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
My
perfect.
Fall Guy
Absolutely.
is brown.
My Fall Guy doesn't exist.
He comes from
purple.
Browntown.
I don't want
Yeah,
to
and
pay
he's got,
$20
like,
for things
heart
that thing I'll
underwear.
play for. I've seen enough playthroughs of it to understand that I would enjoy it, and it looks really fun. However, I don't think it's for me.
Instagram.
It takes a man to.
You should play it to find out.
Instagram fan
not gonna
Benjamin
pay
Koenig
$20.
said,
Oh.
"The
On
that
goddamn
PlayStation.
dragon
Okay,
and
okay.
Cuphead."
So it's-
If I got it for free,
Oh,
nothing.
Matchstick.
Yeah, Matchstick.
Is it Matchstick the dragon?
Yeah, Ben said the goddamn dragon and Cuphead.
the dragon in Cuphead. This is the first thing I told Brad.
All the guys in
This is that
Cuphead.
The fucking dragon.
He wasn't the worst guy for me though.
He was for me because you have to platform up and then shoot and then platform onto all the clouds. I can't do
I didn't have
it.
a problem with him too much.
And Ben followed up with, "I will say the
play
robot
Cuphead?
was a close second, and the
robot's mine.
The robot was worse for me.
Yeah,
The robot,
same here.
The robot, actually, I was okay with.
Really? That's one of those things like with like Bloodborne too. Some people are like, this boss was incredibly easy. I'm like, I fought Martyr Logarius forever, and other people had like,
right.
And
I defeated Martyr Logarius the first try.
I was like Bloodstar Beast like 800 times.
Yeah, the Bloodstar.
You know, Josh, you should play Bloodborne.
Josh might actually really like it.
and it's not my game.
Dude, it wasn't my game either. Get through Father Gascoigne, and it might be your game.
I played for like an hour. I
play for 2 more.
Really?
Your brain will rewrite itself and love it.
You actually, this might actually be.
It's a game that gets.
If you love Doom, there's a love for Bloodborne hidden inside of you. Trust me. Trust me.
Didn't like the movement, the
I'm
attacks.
I'm making a proposal. I'm making a proposal. If you want to abandon one of your New Year's challenges, and instead of describing the plot of a Kingdom Hearts game, if you want to beat Father Gascoigne,
we're not rewriting history, Brad.
I am offering this as an alternate challenge to Josh. Would you rather beat Father Gascoigne or explain a Kingdom Hearts game?
I just figured you guys hated me in general, and I was gonna take my losses.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there's no denying
it's
that.
Fine. I'm not going to finish mine. I'm just going to drink hams.
All right. Nobody has anything else to add about Cheap Enemies. Great.
Nothing. Not anything.
All right, well,
nothing.
I don't know.
That was good.
If we forgot them, fuck you to the ones.
Fuck
there will be
them.
many
They're
more
too cheap
because
to
video games
recognize.
continue to come out.
We could do a round 2 of this.
Oh yeah, easy. Around 11.
This one was fun. I really liked this one. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Like
It was
you,
your idea.
Dylan.
It was really good.
Yeah. Well, it was great to be all back together.
Yeah.
The Dogcast family.
Yeah.
Proper. Yeah, and thank you, dear listeners, for listening. Hope you had a good time. Feel free to get a hold of us where, gentlemen?
Facebook and Instagram at Hair of the Dogcast. You can go on Twitter at Hot Dogcast. Go to Patreon at patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. Support our show, write reviews, like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Write questions to us on any of those venues, and we will answer them on the podcast. We recently had a developer reach out, and we're going to be doing a review for one of their games.
I will be doing that one.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm very excited for it. If any of you who want us to like look at and play your game, send us a code for whatever system, and I will literally review whatever you send me. I don't care what it is.
I think almost every time we will give it to Dylan because he is someone who is very versed and experienced in playing indie titles. That is something you specialize in.
There was a time where I wanted to have a segment called Independence, but that didn't turn out.
Turns out a pickle company owned it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Well, the spice is really good though.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. If you send us something like that, I will be happy to review it, and I will give you a fair and concise review of your game on air.
We'll do that. We will also take a Steam Press account if those still exist. That'd be amazing.
And we'll take a big steamy on you, is what we're saying.
Do Steam Press accounts still exist?
No.
Because if I review it on Steam right now, I would give the game we just got a technical recommended.
Okay.
However, it's on my personal account, so I don't think it.
The moral of the story is, write in. Get a hold of us. We love to chat. And we'll be back next time for a brand new episode of Hair of the Dogcast. Stay tuned for the next Raw Dogs, which is going to be
Nier Automata and the Nier series in general. For the most part,
Nier Automata and Yoko Taro as a creator.
Yes, because I have a lot to say about the first Nier. I played this at one of the darkest points of my life. And
there was no lights in the entire city. The power grid was down.
Yeah, sure.
Warning, if you want to listen to the next podcast, be excited to listen about gore, depression, suicide, existentialism.
We're going to be in for a doozy, is what we're saying here.
I'm just saying.
It's supposed to be about robot butts. Turns out
Fear and Nothingness.
Wow. Well, way to bring up the ending of the podcast, gentlemen. Thank you. And, all right, we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Dogcast.
You know who's not cheap? You. You're not cheap. Maybe frustrating.
Tom's cheap.
I am fucking cheap.
Hey.
Don't lie. All right. Bye.